Anyways, so I realized that even after I did all my notes for all the stuff, I didn't write my recap like I usually do. So I apologize. There won't be a recap similar. Like, I
It's
won't read
okay.
anything off.
It's only been like, what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah, versus like a month. I know.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. It's all good.
You'll figure it out.
Let's see here. Quick and dirty recap. We showed up in town, Branch, flaunted a shit ton of money, turned a bunch of items into money. Speaking of, if you have, I think we put super valuable items in your inventory. I think you
I
had the
know stuff.
wine and the fancy sword, so we assumed you would not want to turn those into cash, especially because you have most of the actual gold.
Yeah, I was
So
about to
probably
say,
unnecessary.
I feel like there is something that I need to know because I don't remember having this much gold in my
Yes.
inventory.
So way back when we stopped that ritual, I think I was the only one that like put the money onto my sheet because I was like, everybody else seems really poor, and I remember like we got so much money out of this, so we went through all that loot, and it was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Branch had the money in the bag of holding, and blah 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 blah, and doled out all the items, put it on everybody's sheets. But yeah, that's how loaded we are.
You guys are
Awesome.
fucking loaded. That's
So
why,
we're
like,
staying at the fanciest place in the city. That is costing us 100 gold a night because
you
fuck
guys.
it.
It's a full. There's 4 like presidential style suites in this inn, and you guys have taken one of them. Like, this is for like the high lords, the barons, the people that like really super up there that come to town.
It has a magic shitter.
It does. You shit in this thing and it just goes away. Fireplace, also magic. You just say the command word and boom. Oh, and it has a real copper bathtub with magic faucets.
The next time Branch goes into his pocket dimensions, I'm like, oh, that's where it was all going.
God, I hope not.
The quick and dirty rundown. We got a job to help a local dude, a local rich guy out because he's like, oh my god, these sigils, they're on my house, and the sigils, they appear and then you lose like a shit ton of money. And it's just like, wow, that sounds awfully familiar. Let's go stake that out.
Oh yeah, my
That's
fortune.
where we're at.
Yep.
It's not a Fedwin summary, but it is a summary.
It is a summary. We'll go with that summary. You know what, Calamities? You can take heroic inspiration for that. just remember to use it because it will be gone at the end.
Oh no, I use my inspiration. Don't worry.
Oh, good. The only other thing we would have would be Bastion turn. So everybody does get a Bastion turn.
Oh hell yeah.
So you roll to see if anything bad happens. 16, nothing bad happens.
Alright, well I'm just gonna do the same dealio on my end.
Alright. What did you want to get for your Bastion then? Remember, any objects you get. No, you guys can keep them in this game. That'll be fine. So.
Okay. I'm just gonna harvest more basic poison for my Bastion.
More poison.
More.
All right, Arnok, what do you want to do with yours for your Bastion?
I'll take the inspiration from the workshop.
Inspiration. All right, Camilla.
I think you also have a workshop,
Yeah,
so
I
you
have a
can either take
workshop.
inspiration or do the trade.
I'll take inspiration this time. I think I got enough
Inspiration.
money.
Yeah, you got 500
You can
gold.
always have more money.
Yep. All right, Branch. What about you? What do you want to do with your Bastion turn? Do you even remember what your Bastion is?
I think I wrote down what everybody's was.
It's in the group chat.
Gotcha.
He has a kitchen or a smithy and an armory.
Interesting. I don't know what either of those can do.
Branch, we can't hear you, by the way.
Oh, sorry, my bad. For some reason, I remembered having a barracks on a smithy, but I will take. I guess I will. I can stock the armory, correct? So it costs me.
Yeah,
Do you know
it
how many?
a smithy and an armory. So smithy, you can make any kind of smith's tools. An armory will let you stock, so you can get basic equipment.
For our bastion defenders, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any bastion defenders?
You do not at the moment. We'll say you guys have hired a couple, so you guys can, stock them up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then. We have like two Joe Schmoes. I'll stock them up.
2 Joe Schmoes. At least they're not Jim Schmoes, because
Jim
Jim's
1
dead.
and Jim 2.
Jim is dead. Jim cannot be a.
Jim's dead, but Jim 1 is not dead.
Oh, okay.
Just hire Jim 1.
Jim 1 and Jim 2. Got it. Spell with a G-Y. Jim.
So that would cost me like what, 200 gold?
It costs you nothing.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right.
20 eggs.
Oh, 20 eggs. Oh shit. I don't know if he wants to give up 20 eggs.
Those might be rotten by now. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give them double.
Thankfully,
Are they rot in the pocket dimension?
They're in the pocket dimension in your bag of holding, and thankfully, eggs are not like American eggs. So real eggs, ones that are not cleaned crazy by like Americans do, have a protective membrane on the outside that keep them fresh for a long time.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Just from so they don't have to refrigerate them over in like Europe and whatnot.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we got farm eggs once, and then we had to wash them in the sink, and I was like, why?
Yeah.
Yep.
The reason that we do that here is salmonella, but it's not really like that big of a concern. So
it's that one person got it once, like 50 years
handle your
ago.
food safely, and you're fine.
Yeah.
Don't eat the eggshell.
Don't eat the eggshell and wash your food. It's really what it comes down
wash
to.
Wash your hands after you touch an egg like that, and you're okay.
Pretty much. It's kind of this weird thing, weird concept. Washing your hands. Who'd have thunk?
I should be able to get the measles and die.
And you phrase it like that, not trusting
Come to Texas.
Americans to wash their hands. Very fair.
Yeah. You want the measles?
Oh my god! When we were counting the safe, Jim was doing the thing where he would lick his fingers to count the money, and I was like, "Oh
no,
god,
money's like the dirtiest thing."
Just watch you handle so much cash.
Yeah, that's a good way to get sick too.
There's cocaine on them bills.
There's a lot of cocaine on bills. Yeah, more cocaine on U.S. currency than any other currency in the world.
I mean, that makes sense. I imagine
it's a fact, crazy fact, but it's true.
Wait,
anyways, so Branch, so you guys are staying in a super fancy inn right now. You guys walked around and got some information, found out about the these runes that have been carved or painted or whatever they have been onto buildings, and usually within 24 to 48 hours, the building where the mark is, somewhere near that mark, a building gets robbed. All of its valuables are stolen. So the merchant, his name is Aelor, or Eler, I think we said his name was Eler Whisperwind. He's an elf.
Yeah.
He's a little tipsy, but he managed to be overheard that he was worried about his goods being stolen. He's a merchant that has done some business, and he's looking to have somebody protect and play him. And he's like, we could do that.
Oh yeah, we ran that hustle on him.
Yeah, so you agreed, and he said, okay, come by my estate, the Whisperwind estate, this evening. And you guys were like, okay, cool, we'll just hang out here and drink and do whatever. And this is a fancy establishment you are staying at. So they don't really have ale, by the way, and the meals are really high class. But if you want wine or that high class bourbon, this is the place for it. But it's not cheap, or would typically not be cheap. The common folk are not going to be having this stuff for it there. like I would say just for price point, just so everybody's aware, the cheapest thing is going to be like a gold for a glass. Okay, like very expensive stuff.
Calamity's really drank.
Yeah, so you guys, thank God, Frederick's not here. You guys would be broke really quick.
It's Frederick's money if he wants to go broke. That's his
oh my God. Yeah.
You mean Frederick would be broke?
Yeah, Frederick would be broke. Very much so. Very much so. So yeah. Everyone got the chance to walk around town as well a little bit before. So at this point, it's probably, I would say maybe noontime-ish to do all these conversations, because you guys ask these questions first thing in the morning. These are nobles and merchants. They day drink all the time. Doesn't phase them at all. And so if you guys want to do any last minute shopping before we speed things up a little bit, you can. It's up to you.
Well, we do have a lot more money than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I would be curious about items, basically only rare items, if there are any at, let's see, any, not weapon shops, I don't need that, but if anybody else wants to check weapons, feel free. Mostly armor and like trinkets on my end.
Okay. Well, the Arcane Veil was the name of the magic shop you went to. Is there a specific item that you're looking for?
Honestly, no. I was just curious if you had like randomly genned anything. It's fine if you haven't. That's totally okay.
I haven't randomly genned anything because there's lots of stuff you guys could go for. Yeah, you guys have money, so if there's anything specific you're looking for, or in fact, hey, why don't we do this? Go ahead and roll for me. Let's just pull up some random magic items.
Oh shoot!
All right, roll a d4.
All right. 1.
All right, roll a. You looking for rare specifically? You said.
Yep.
Okay, roll a d6.
Another 1.
Oof. Roll a d100.
1.
Watch this. Oh, okay, it's 14, which still is pretty low, but
oh,
that one matters.
Wow, that's a good roll. Does anybody else want to search, by the way, or is it just Calamities?
I would like to.
Okay.
I'll search.
Okay, so Calamities, I know what yours is. That's a really good find. Okay. Camila, go ahead and roll a d4.
Uno.
Hey, okay,
I
roll a d6.
Uno.
Okay, roll a d100. Holy crap.
Watch this.
If you get the same thing, I'm going to
14.
laugh.
Where is the D100?
It's on the dice list. It's the 2 dice next to
It's
each
the double,
other.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
If you roll a 13 or a 14.
Just 2D.
21, okay. I would say roll one more time. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just you just wouldn't use it.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah, I mean, neither of these you'd use. Let me see this one.
You can't always trawl the antique shop and find something cool.
No.
The last time I went to an antique shop was in Tennessee, and I found a lot of racist things.
That checks out for an antique shop in Tennessee.
Okay. There's how many schools of magic again? 10, right?
Oh, I think so.
8?
Severin.
Severin, yeah.
Magic, D&D. Severin says there are 8 classic schools of magic. D&D.
Yeah. Okay, roll a d8 for me then, Camilla.
Uno.
Uno.
My
Okay,
God.
what's the first class on that list that you have?
All right, let me.
I'm pulling up. I'm trying to find my list. I have it somewhere. So many pictures.
Magic and Dungeons and Dragons. Here we go. On the Wikipedia page, the first one in the list. Let me control F schools. Oh, here we go. Is Abjuration. They are alphabetical.
Abjuration it is. Okay.
What does that mean?
Ooh,
That's usually the protective ones like Shield.
it is. So
Oh.
okay. Okay, we're gonna. This is the fun stuff of randomly making spells. So you find us. So okay. So I'll go tell you, Camilla. Tell you guys what it gets. It's gonna take me a moment, Camilla, to find your stuff. But Calamities, you find a cloak of displacement. Is what yours is. The staff that Camilla finds is an enspelled staff with an abjuration spell in it. So let's see if we can figure out a good abjuration spell that is not going to be wild and crazy.
Fair.
Hey, I mean, that could be cool. Maybe. You're only supposed to get one spell in it. And I don't think that's very fun.
Holy shit, this cloak is fucking wild.
Yes, it is.
You want a list of abjuration spells?
I'm looking at the list. All right, I'm going to make this easy. So an abjuration spell that'll be fun and just be nice to have is you find a staff, or I'm going to change it to a wand instead of a staff. It's a healing word staff or wand. It has 6 charges, and you use 1 charge to cast healing word at first level. I'll have to make it. It'll be a custom item, but that would be what it is. Calamities, are you writing this down, I'm assuming?
Yeah, we have to Google Doc. Watch out.
Okay.
Wand of healing. How many charges did you say?
6.
6 charges. Woo.
All right. Branch, and you said you wanted to try and find something, right?
Yes.
All right. Roll a d4 for me.
D4
is
3.
3. All right. It's a different table. Roll a d6.
Okay. 6.
Oh, shit. You got the big one. All right. Roll a d100.
All right. Was that 53?
Oh, very nice. Okay. You find an ion stone, a call for awareness is what it is. It does require attunement. Roll a d100 again. You found 3 items.
Oh, snap.
Oh. Nice.
Now, you do have to pay for all these things, just as aware. These are just items you don't just get them.
They're not free?
Yeah, sure. Wink, wink.
Have you seen how fast Branch can run?
Yes, 82.
Oh, shit. Ring of Evasion.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
My god. Oh.
Roll a d100 again.
Okay.
This shit's going to be expensive, guys. It's not going to be cheap.
I was about to say, what if I don't have an... It's a 2.
Ammunition. So you find, I will say, you use a bow, right? So let's say it was a quiver of 20 arrows that are +2 magical.
Ooh. Very nice.
All right, and that's only the magic items you guys potentially can buy. Okay, so in terms of cost, so Calamities, you wrote all these down, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay. So the displacer cloak, that is easily going to be I will say, $5,000.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The wand of healing, I will say $4,000. That's the bare minimum for a rare item. The ion stone of awareness. Yeah, it's technically rare, but
Is that 4,000 gold?
yes, 4,000
Okay.
gold. No, 400,000 gold. Sorry, 4,000. No, 4,000. I'll say the ion stone is 3,500. And then what was one of the other ones I said for your branch?
Ring of evasion.
Ring of evasion.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So that one is going to be 5,500 because that's really good.
That was really good.
And then the ammo +2. I will say is 4.
All right.
All right, heard.
So there, I put that stuff in there in the chat. If I got anything wrong, please let me know. I need to write it down too.
Well, looks right to me.
Okay. So yeah, you guys find those items. If you wish to purchase them, you may. Just so everybody knows for the items, so a displacer cloak basically gives creatures disadvantage to hit you until they finally do, and then at the start of your turn starts again. The wand would be healing. Obviously, the ion stone is going to make it so that you gain basically advantage, I think is what it said. On oh my gosh, initiative checks. And I believe I could be wrong on this. I believe you cannot be surprised. It's a similar to the
alert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very similar. Yeah, you have advantage. Oh, no, it says you have advantage on initiative rolls and wisdom perception checks.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
because I do already have alert.
Yeah, so it stacks with alert, essentially is what it is. Alert, I think alert they changed in the 2024 edition, which is why this is different as well.
I see.
So and then the ring of evasion, which is also really good.
Wow.
Will let you, whenever you fail a dexterity saving throw, you can use one charge as a reaction to succeed the save.
So for us rogues, 3 guaranteed don't take damage from that passes.
Yep. For anything that's AoE based, essentially.
Well, I think all I would want is the ion stone. I'm going to be the most alert cat you've ever seen.
All right, it's
you got the money, use it.
3,500 gold. You definitely have the money. I know you have like 8,000 gold or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Failed to remove.
Oh yeah, you have to put zeros in each thing now.
Oh, okay.
Why it was asking for that.
Zeros in each thing, what?
It doesn't just let you put, like, it didn't let me put just like 4,000 gold coins and then remove. You have to put 0 in each section.
So here's the thing. So Bridge, I moved your gold to your bag of holding. So
yeah, I see that. I see that. That's what that's what was going.
It's an inventory thing because otherwise you're like, well, you'd have been quote unquote encumbered by how much gold you have.
I would have been Scrooge McDuckin.
It's a little unintuitive
my
because
gold.
if you click your total count, it takes you to the stuff you have on your person.
Yeah.
So it doesn't open your total count. It's weird.
Yeah. Okay, so Branch bought something.
I think I'm holding off until we're even richer, but it's good to
Okay.
know it's there.
Yes, for now.
Pretty cool.
Camilla, did you want to buy that wand? Or I would say anything else that's here, since everyone is a group effort.
Yeah.
I have bought the wand.
You have bought the wand. Okay. So it has 6 charges. It gains 1d4 charges at dawn. And it's just an action. It's just like using another wand. So anybody within 60 feet, Healing Word. And it's the 2024 version of Healing Word.
So 2d4 base?
2d4 plus, I'll say plus
Skills?
2. Yeah,
Okay.
plus 2. So max of 10, minimum of 4. It's still pretty good.
Some regenerating healing. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, you guys don't have a dedicated healer at the moment because Frederick was your dedicated healer.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice.
Yeah, it will.
So if you just want to add a generic wand to your inventory, and then make a note and tag me in Discord, I will make it. I'll make an actual item for you so that it does it. So you can click the buttons and do all the things.
Clickety clackety.
Yep. Okay. Well, you guys have gone and purchased your items. Are you ready to go and meet with your patron, the person that has hired you?
I'm so ready.
So
yes.
Ready. Okay. Let me load up. You wander across town, and there you go. You show up at the Merchant Prince's villa. It's not really a Merchant Prince, but his house.
Yeah.
That he shows you.
Goddamn, this place is big.
It's very flamboyant. Like, so one of the things you notice is that as you're walking across town, you walk into this part of town, which is not far from where you are, from where you're staying. But the roads get a little bit thinner, but they're paved. They're much cleaner, which is saying something considering they were pretty clean where your inn is at the moment. All of the houses, it's that Victorian era, London, where big houses, there's this half wall, and then like the gate, not a gate, but like a steel fencing, the metal fencing that you can see into like manicured yards and lawns, and they're spaced out pretty far apart. But you turn down one of the streets, you see another. You don't even see people. You see a merchant and get into a carriage, and the carriage goes by. And you're just like, okay, we probably should have, maybe taken a carriage here. Not really a big deal, but you knock on the front door, and a butler, a gnome butler, his, colorful, overcoat, big old handlebar mustaches, though. He looks up at you and he goes, "Can I help you?"
We're here about the money problem.
And he kind of looks you up and down. Well, I'm
So
sorry.
definitely like fronting to try and look like a bodyguard.
Okay. Roll for it. He looks you up and down and he goes, "I see. Well, you can see that he doesn't, like, he's taking in all 4 of you at the moment and kind of trying to assess how to respond politely for it. And he finally gives up and doesn't say anything and just kind of opens the door a little bit and motions with his hand for you to enter. Now, this isn't to say that you are all scruffy. You guys have, had your clothes cleaned and tidied up. You are very well presented at the moment, but you're not lords at all.
Mm.
All right, so he leads you into the main front room. We'll say he brings you into the secondary room. So where the room you first enter into is like a mud room of sorts. There's 2 side rooms, which are just closets. any motions for you guys to hang up your cloaks or anything like that if you wish in one of them. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And then he walks into the next room. Well, let me put a commoner on here because he's a butler. There you go. We'll say that's him.
He looks so sad.
Well, he is just a commoner. He is sad.
Yeah.
I'd be sad if I was a gnome too.
There you go. All right, you know what? That's it. Gnome butler. There you go. Gnome butler. Yeah, so he brings you into this kind of like open, like really extravagant, open-aired area, and you guys can all walk with him. You can see that there are plants, and obviously there's like it looks almost like a fountain in the center, but instead of water shooting up out of it, there's water dripping down from the ceiling, creating these patterns as they fall. It looks really interesting. It's kind of a weird visual arts ordeal, and you're like, that's different.
Looks really expensive.
Yes, very much so. Are you guys just gonna kind of sit down there and watch or do anything specific? It's fine if you don't. He's gonna lead you to the merchant anyways.
Branch isn't gonna say anything. He's just kind of in awe. He's not used to this kind of scenery, I guess you could say.
I mean, I don't think any of you would be at this point.
He's just trying his best to fit in.
No,
okay. So, all right, we're gonna put our noble friend or our merchant friend. The butler leads you up to here. As you walk through the open area here, you do see that it's a circular room, and it just goes up, and there's a big old chandelier in the center, crystal chandelier, that just sparkles light. One thing that you all notice, you don't have to roll for this, is that there are torches that look like torches on the wall, but there's like some kind of magic to it. Does anybody here cast spells other than Arnok?
Yeah, Branch
kinda, yeah.
spells, right?
I got
Okay.
some ranger spells.
Okay, so you and Arnok, you both recognize the spells that are in these torches. It's the ever-burning spell, ever-burning torch. So it's just a flameless light source that's just glowing. It doesn't create heat and doesn't go out.
And there's so many. That's
There are lots. This entire place is very well lit.
like, I see how they did it. I just don't understand the why.
Well, so you guys would know, the two of you would know that, like, it's very well lit to keep the building well lit, but at night, if somebody wants to, they can quite literally just put something on top of it, and it'll make it go dark. But I mean,
it feels like one of those things is like, I have the money, so why not?
exactly.
That's what this entire house feels like to Calamities.
100%.
You're not wrong. He's got money, so why the fuck not? Okay, so the butler leads you up to the door, and you hear he looks to you and he says, "1 moment, please." And he knocks on the door, waits about 2 seconds, and then opens it and goes inside and closes the door. Do you guys want to listen in or hear, like, try and like peep in, or just general listen? It's up to you.
Yeah, Branch is going to keep that ear out.
Perception check
through the door.
Perception.
We're gonna run up to the door and listen in.
It's worked out well for me so far in every other game.
Yeah.
I mean,
and by well, I mean piss poor.
Well, that's the vibe we like around here in the Foo Fighters. If a plan works, it's not one of ours.
Nah, that's so true.
There is a reason I have a portable RAM in my inventory, all right?
All right, we got Camilla with a 19, Branch with a 7. Anyone else?
Oh, perception check, yeah?
Perception.
Perception.
Clicking button. 21.
Oh, wow.
There's a door.
Yeah. There is a door. All right. Well, so Calamities and Camilla, with your supersonic hearing, you hear like Branch and Arnak. It's just muffled voices. You can hear the two voices. You definitely recognize it as being the butler and the merchant gentleman you spoke to, merchant Whisperwind, and you're not really sure what they're saying. However, Calamities and Camilla, you guys kind of put your ear to the door and overhear the butler go, "My lord," and he goes, "Yes, this." There are some riffraffs here to see you about your job. And he goes, "Oh, yes, yes, yes. They're not riffraffs. I told you where I met them. Bring them in." And he goes, "Sir, they're... Are you sure this is wise? They could be the problem." No, 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 no. They're fine. I told you, bring them in. But, sir, I don't trust them. And you hear the Whisperwind go, "Wizzleby, you don't trust anyone." "Yes, sir, but it's served me well, and you." This will be just... Thank you,
to have.
but please let them in and be respectful about it. Understood? "Yes, my lord." And then you hear some shuffling, like he's walking back to the door. His name, if to spell it out, is Wizzleby. I'll put that on the map for you guys too. If I can click it. There we go. Wizzleby. So the door opens and he steps to the side and he goes, "My lord will meet you now." He kind of motions for you guys to come in. You see the same gentleman you saw before, Oliver Whisperwind. He stands and he says, come in, please take a seat."
I will do nothing in this butler's direction for now.
Branch is going to bow. He's still going to try and act like he belongs here, or at least knows what's going on.
I'm just gonna walk in and plop my big carcass down on this fucking chair right here.
I'm just curling up over here.
Okay. So we'll say Branch kind of steps inside the door. Camilla, what are you gonna do?
I'm looking at the stuff on the table. And poking
Okay.
around.
You get a look at the table, and so as you guys enter in, Wizzleby steps out and he closes the door behind him, and then we'll say he moves off to the side. But Camilla, you can see that there is a very fine, like engraved silver tray. Nothing fancy on it. It's just some leaves and like tree motifs on it. And there's a porcelain, a very fancy, very expensive porcelain teapot with some teacups. There's steam coming out of one of the cups. It looks like the Whisperwind had poured himself a cup, or had probably Wizzleby had been at some point. But there's like a small little plate of candied fruits, and there's some kind of cakes of some kind at the table. It smells really good, and Whisperwind sees you looking like over him and smelling him, and he goes, "Please help yourself."
I'm stuffing my face immediately.
Okay. He looks like the rest of you, he looks a little taken back and a little shocked by this and seeing how she reacts to it, but otherwise seems to control himself. And he goes, "Well, thank you, Polymenides. Thank you for... These must be your compatriots you spoke of. Is that correct?"
I'm going to shrug and be like, "Yeah."
Very well. Well, I appreciate you coming on short notice and agreeing to this job. I hope nothing goes amiss. Certainly. I will have you here for the night to protect my estate. I do... He kind of looks at you all. He looks at you, Calamities. He goes, "I do expect a level of discretion, if you understand my meaning for that."
No, of course, of course.
Yes. Very good, very good. Well then, kind of looks at Camilla again and stands. He goes, "Well, Shall we proceed? Shall I show you around?
Of course.
Okay. It gives you a general tour of the entire villa. Like it's 20, 30 minutes of him going from the ground floor to the top, showing you some spare bedrooms, various rooms in general. He has a small library, guest rooms, an outdoor area for like parties, massive kitchen, even has a small like ritualistic temple area, and a sauna. He has all kinds of things. You're just like, oh my god, this place has money. Like, why? Like, why would you ever leave? Kind of vibe to it, for it. And eventually, he takes you guys into. Let me see. I'm looking for the room. It's not the exact same, but I'm gonna.
Calamity's jump.
Calamities is going into initiative with the noble.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, going into initiative already. He's gonna kill somebody.
I just wanted to
All
see
right.
why I have advantage.
Yeah, there you go. So in this room right here, and I love how you got a 1 and a 20.
Yeah, right? That was funny.
So in this room here, he leads you to this room last, and it looks a nondescript room at first. And everyone go to make a perception check.
17.
16.
12.
Okay. I will roll for Branch since he said he had to. You would just AFK. Branch perception. Holy cow! 24.
Goddamn.
So Branch, who is not here, funny enough, is the only one that notices. The rest of you, it looks like it's a storage room. There are some boxes and crates here. It looks like dusty and knickknacks. Nothing stands out. And he's like, yes, please follow me this way. And you're like, we're going into a closet? And Branch just follows right behind him. And the rest of you are just, what? And as Branch crosses the door, the threshold of the door, he disappears, and so does the Lord. They just poof, gone.
Perfect. I hate it here.
Magic-y bullshit.
So I will say Branch moves. Yeah, so you guys are kind of just standing outside the door of like, what the fuck?
Well, that's not good.
Welcome back, Branch. So you walked into a room and disappeared. Not in a bad way.
In the closet with him.
You went in the closet. Yeah. But Branch, I rolled for you, so you perceived that what's there is an illusion. And you walked right through it. Everyone else is just kind of hanging back, going, what the fuck? They just disappeared. You turn around as your friends don't follow you, and you can see them standing outside the door, and they're just looking at you towards you, very confused. Like, where the fuck did he go?
I have an idea.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to. Let's see. Oh, I don't have any cool. Never mind. Okay.
You have eggs.
Forget spells. Yes, that is true. I do have eggs. I'm going to.
Please don't egg me.
Thank you for reminding me. Alright, so I'm going to reach into my bag of holding. I'm just going to start throwing eggs.
Just do an improvised.
Wait, actually, no, because if I throw eggs, they're gonna know it's me. So instead of eggs, I'm going to throw. I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna throw a short sword.
What?
A short sword.
Oh my god!
Just roll a straight D20. Who are you throwing this at?
I'm not aiming at anything. I'm just throwing it.
Okay. Roll.
Oh, I'm right in front of the door.
Okay, we'll throw it at Arnok. Roll a D20.
God.
You add your dexterity to it, not your proficiency.
My
12, 13.
Yeah, it's probably like a 13. Your Arnok, your AC is higher than a 13, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right. So Branch, you take this short sword and you just kind of like watch this, and the noble, like, there's a set of stairs before the two of you, and he takes a few steps down and he turns back and looks at you, Branch, as you throw this short sword, sheath and all, and it just flies, and you just click, 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 and Arnak, you just jump back as this sword comes flying out of nowhere, out of the door, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Jesus Christ!
No idea what happened.
I'm gonna chop off what's left of his tail.
You didn't have a tail to chop off.
There's nothing left. I don't even have a nub or anything.
I'm gonna shave him.
No. Oh God!
Guys, help me! They're throwing swords and stuff at me.
So what are the rest of you gonna do? You see this sword fly out, and Arnok's like, "Fuck this!"
I'm just like, Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
I'm gonna pick up the short sword and I'm gonna just walk into the room.
Okay, you walk into the room and you walk through the illusion. Like, it's a little weird because as you're walking, like, you walk through it and you can see yourself walking through what would be the boxes and crates. It's kind of like this weird over image, but as you walk through the doorway, you can see Branch and the Noble now, and the stairs going down, but you still see the images there. It's this weird dual vision.
He threw it on me.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He doesn't
I'm gonna
believe
shave you. I'm absolutely. You're getting shaved. That's what it is.
When you least expect it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is everyone else following? I'm assuming.
If you shave me,
now
it's
that
gonna
Arnok
be
went first.
worse on your eyes.
Worse on your eyes. Oh God. Oh God.
Why are we assuming
Okay.
Arnak is allergic?
All right. Well, let me change the map. Pause this real quick.
Like we're all
Is there a
piled
way I
into this
can
one little
consistently
closet.
get back to the map every time we play? Like, is there a link on D&D Beyond or something? Because every time I have to like scroll back
When
through.
you're in D&D Beyond, you see the campaign World of Ashion Foo Fighters up there.
Little
Sorted by
play
long
button.
rest. On your character sheet, I should say.
Oh.
So if you go to your sheet and then you have the share, short rest, long rest buttons up by your profile. There's also the campaign button, and there's a play button next to the campaign button.
Oh.
Very
nice. Thank you.
It took me a long time to figure that out too.
Yeah. Well, that is really convenient.
Right?
Okay. And there you go. All right. You guys have entered room 1. Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. I'm not gonna put you guys there for the moment. But you guys are in the room 1. You guys walk down the stairs. They go down. Like, you realize that as you're going down the stairs, they actually go under the set of stairs that would go up to the second floor. They're like part of the wall in that sense for it. It goes down about 20 feet. You find yourselves in another well-lit stone area. The eastern side of the room, there's a set of bronze double doors with the motif of an oak tree, with his branches spread wide. Whisperwind motions for you guys to follow, and he continues. He walks up to one of the doors and pushes it open, and it opens without any sound whatsoever. Do you guys continue to follow him?
Yeah.
Okay. So in this next room, be room number 2, you find it would be some kind of a waiting room. There is another gentleman here with you in this room as well. He seems to be kind of moving his hands up and casting some kind of spell. He's standing in front of one of the statues. I'll just ping it. Standing in front of this statue right here. Okay. But he turns and looks at you guys as you enter, and he says, "Good evening, Alar. Did you bring help of some sort?" And the merchant whisperman goes, yes. I'm showing them around. They are here to make sure that nothing else happens to, with all the stuff going on. And the person waving his hands, he's an orc, by the way. He's a male orc. kind of lowers his hands and he goes, folds his arms and he goes, but that's what you hired us for. And that's what I'm here for, is to protect your stuff. And Whisperwind goes, yes, you are doing this magical part. These are taking care of the physical aspects of things. Don't worry. And you see the orc kind of raise an eyebrow and look at you, the four of you, and he goes, they don't look that impressive.
I'll show you impressive.
Wait, I feel like I have my bow out. Does nobody recognize how sick this bow is? Damn. That's fair, but damn.
Are you not impressed by a cat with no tail?
He is not
be a bald cat with no tail.
Wow.
A bald cat with no tail. Now he's impressed. So let me read the rest of the description for you here. So this is a large room that's well lit with a grand red, white, and gold pattern rug at the center. Standing vigil to the north and south of the hallway is there are two stone statues that appear to be they're dressed and as if the civil guard, full battle gear. In the opposite corners from the statues, there are two bookshelves, each littered with various books that at a first glance seem to be real books, and then you kind of do a double take and realize they're just blank books. Kind of those display books that don't actually have anything in them. They're just sheets of paper. But that's it. There is a hallway that leads down directly in front of you. But that's it at the moment. Do you guys comment, say anything, or just continue as is?
I'll ask about the books. Why are you guys having so many empty books?
Well, so the orc, the wizard, kind of goes protection. At the same time, Whisperwind goes, oh, this is a great idea. This was one of his brilliant plans. It's really an animated bookshelf, and it shoots books at people. Can you believe that? Who would have thought of such a thing? You see the orc, he kind of does this like, God damn it, like, why are you telling people this stuff? But after a moment, he goes, yes, it is one of many protections that can be found in this room. He goes, but I'll probably best not to give away all of my secrets for this place. And he goes, oh, yes. Good point. Well, if they're going to be protecting here, you at least need to let them know the password and give them permission. And you see the orc go, kind of rub his temple, the hand, and he goes, Alwar, I told you, the password is for you and your family, so that you may get to your belongings, not for other people to randomly go through. And he goes, yes, I know, but they're my guards tonight. I need them for just tonight. Give them a pass for tonight only. And the orc goes, fine. What are your names?
My name is Branch.
Branch. Okay.
I am
Arnok. Okay, he's a Branch and Arnok. You see, like, he takes a hand and he kind of just starts writing in the air with, like, you guys recognize, the two of you recognize these are arcane runes. He's definitely casting or modifying a spell of some kind. And you do recognize he does put your name somewhere in this incantation he's writing out. Camilla and Plamines, what are you guys doing? Do you give your names?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plamines.
I don't know magic. This is scary.
He does this, and then he looks at Whisperwind, and he goes, snaps his finger, and he goes, it is done. For 24 hours, they may use the passphrase, and it will work with them as well. And then you see Whisperwind kind of go, excellent. Well, then, on with the tour. And you see the orc kind of rub his temples and go back to, go to the corner, and you can just see he's like, why? What is going on? What is this? What is wrong with this merchant? Kind of vibe. And Whisperwind starts to head down the hallway. As he gets to the hallway entrance, he does stop for a moment, and he whispers to you as in a loud whisper, not really a whisper, that indoor, hey, everybody can hear me whisper. He says, the passphrase you have to use is gold sleeps beneath the oak tree. And then he says that, and then he just walks through into the hallway. If you guys are going to follow, you all have to say the passphrase is what he's saying.
Gold sleeps beneath the oak tree.
Gold sleeps beneath the oak tree.
Okay, you all pass through just fine into the hallway. Nothing happens. Yay. And you find yourself with two doors, one to the south and to the north. He stops kind of against the wall and goes, this is the first part. The first part of this defensive for my treasure, my valuables. What do you think so far?
It's nice.
Paranoid wizard.
So what happens if we say the wrong password? Do books fly at us?
Well, then the books would fly at you, and the room's magical protections would attack you.
Okay. And so will that also happen if we say the password after 24 hours?
It will, yes. It is bound to me and my family only.
Magnificent.
And he kind of looks at you and goes, yes, it is. Now, next part. Which of these two doors do you think we should go?
South.
Can I investigate the doors?
You can investigate the doors, yeah.
That's probably a better plan than just randomly picking.
What if I got a 7?
Look at both doors. They both look almost the same. You do notice that on the south door, there does seem to be a little bit like markings as if trying to designate this door is different from the rest.
Or is anybody else doing anything?
I want to look at the floor to see if I could see any like footprints.
There's no footprints. No, so surprisingly, all of the floors, it's all worked stone. It's very practical and simple. The ceilings are 10 feet tall for you here, and it's very clean, very fresh. You do catch the slight hint of lavender on the air for some reason. You're like, what? That's weird, but okay. But otherwise, there's no dust. There's no obvious tracks or anything like that.
And I will also investigate the doors.
All right, investigate away.
Let's look at the door.
Oh man, mine sucks too.
Oh no.
11.
11. All right, we found the same thing that Palamides did. Nothing shouts out either way. But you go this. You'll assume that you guys shout the south door, and he kind of laughs to himself and he goes, that would give you the impression of the south door is where to go, but it is not. That way is a trap, and there's nothing there. And he explains that if you take the south door, it leads to a room that has an illusion similar to the one upstairs hiding the door or hiding the stairs going down, and that the first person, or when somebody walks across the threshold, the ceiling in the corner of the L bend collapses downward, and the wall pushes the people into the room, and there is a 50-foot drop down to spikes below.
A good time.
He explains that the walls are completely smooth, so there's nothing to grab onto. Literally, the floor just disappears and you fall.
Cool.
But he says it's a trick to try and catch anyone off guard. He says the real way is to go north. And then he opens that door. He pulls a key out of his from like his shirt and motions for you guys to follow. You do notice, actually, everyone go ahead and roll a perception check. See if you notice.
15.
16.
25.
All right. Well then, Camilla and Branch, you both definitely notice that the key is magical, and when he puts the key in the door, not only does the door unlock, but there's some magical shimmer that seems to happen, as if a trap is being disabled. and he motions for you guys to go in. Camilla, on your perception, I'll have you keep the roll. He brings you around the bend. You go around, and as you do, he motions, and he's kind of blabbering a little bit, explaining everything. But he does say that the doors are trapped so that only one door can be opened at a time, unless you're with him. He can open all the doors, and if you don't close a door behind you, the space that between the door you try to open and the previous door you left open. So if both doors, basically you have to close the last one you came through. If you don't, the new door you try to open and everything in between gets filled either with some kind of poison, a trap goes off. He says there's like gas, fire, swords that can come out of the walls, darts that'll shoot out of the doors, ceiling or spears that'll come down from the ceiling. All throughout, and the trap will remain active for 10 minutes or until somebody turns it off. When the trap goes off, an alarm spell is triggered as well. And he's like, he's explaining how all these things are, but he's not showing you any of them. Like, you guys look around and you're like, I don't see anything in the walls that would create this. Camilla, on the other hand, because you rolled so freaking high, as you're walking, you're like, oh yeah, I can see where the spears would come out there. Or yeah, there's a sword would come out right there. Very, very tricky. You're like, oh yeah, there's a gas vent in the ceiling. And everyone's like, what? Well, there's nothing there. Like, you see everything. One thing that catches your eye, though, that he doesn't bring up or mention at all, is that on that bend to the north, there is a secret door. It blends in with the stone and is impossible to see. But Camilla, you spotted it.
I will make note of that.
Okay. So that's that door right there to the north.
Oh, it's just the one at the very top.
Very top. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So he brings you to, I'll just unmask everything else. He brings you to each of the rooms and kind of, or at least walks by the rooms. He explains that room number 4 is like a family heirloom. There's a set of armor and equipment that's in there that's used for ceremonial purposes. It's family heirloom stuff. It's valuable, but it's not like super valuable. Section 8, there is a shrine to the god Savaris. That's there. There's some candles and some incense. There's also like a tray that has some coins and fresh food that's been put there as an offering. Room 5, he doesn't bring you into, but he tells you that some of his most valued magical items are located behind very powerful wards and protections in that room. And then the room he seems the most proud of is room number 6, which he does bring you into. And he explains that this is a safe room for him and his family. There's enough food and supplies in this room for up to a week for him. And if something were to happen to him or his family, they could come here and be safe. And that's all he showed you. Any questions?
So what was behind the other door in the hallway that you didn't show us?
That you don't know about, Arnok. You don't know.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
You don't know about
Camilla
that.
hasn't said anything.
Camilla is the only one.
I am going to see if I can slip away.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
23.
Okay. Ooh, we rolled a nat 20.
Dang it.
Let's see. So I will say he starts to see you moving away. You're pretty quiet, pretty stealthy, but it's also a confined space, so it's kind of hard to get away. He does ask, "Oh, is there something I can help you with? Were you looking for something else?"
No, just getting familiar with the space.
Very well. Yes. And he goes, "Well, if you've seen everything, then perhaps we should we should return back upstairs. I don't think anyone is going to make it down this way, but if they do, please, you are welcome to remain in the waiting room out there or up above. Please, do whatever guard things you do that need to be done. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, are you? Obviously, I'm a merchant. I sell and barter things. That's my job, and yours as well, to protect. Yes. Any questions?
Not yet, but thank you for being so so jolly as opposed to that the orc back there. Thank you.
Oh, Garzak he's a genius as a wizard, but he has a bit of a rough side to him, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
As he
Anything else?
leads us back out of the I don't know what to call this space.
And it's more or
His
less
treasury, his vault.
Yeah, it's like an underground vault, essentially. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and sneakily point out the door he didn't show to everyone else.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check. And I want everyone to roll perception. See if you spot what she is saying or trying to tell you.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. It's not. You don't have to be a 27.
Sneaky. Yeah.
Her rolling high means the DC is low for you guys.
Oh well, the DC didn't need to be low.
Yeah, you guys rolled very well. The DC with her rolling a freaking 27 is gonna be like a 5.
Heck yeah.
So yes. So as you guys kind of follow, like she kind of tugs on your cloak, or you like hits the rug or hits the wall or something, like gets something to grab each of your attentions, and she points to the wall as you guys walk past it, and gives you a hand gesture, which you think means that there's a secret door there of some kind. The three of you all kind of look where she was as you keep walking, and you unfortunately don't see it.
Well, at least I know what portion of wall trying to point out.
Is that what you're saying to him, or?
No, just
Okay.
player thinking out loud.
All right. Well, you guys get led back upstairs. When you go to exit, Garzak is gone. That's it. You guys she brings you back up to the villa, but upstairs. And he says, "Please do make yourselves comfortable. If you need anything, my butler will be happy to get it for you." You get the impression from Wizzleby that's not the case, but
yeah, happy might be a bit of a stretch.
He's not going to say something about it. But that's it. So what is your game plan to protect and I'll switch back to the Merchant Villa. To protect or patrol this area.
My first idea was to split up, but then I saw it better as soon as I heard that in my head.
I don't know. I think splitting up might be the only way we can cover.
Splitting up is always a fantastic idea.
Exactly. Where did he point out where the sigil is?
He did not. Did you guys want to ask him about it?
I would love to ask him about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So he shows you that it's actually on the side of the building, the right-hand side of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm trying to point to it and I don't have the pointer. It's over on this side of the building.
Okay. Ayla, do you know, has anybody tried just breaking the sigil?
He says yes, people have tried. He says Garzak tried with some spells and it didn't seem to work.
I assume people have tried physically breaking the sigil?
Yes, you can see that there's some like scratch marks on there where somebody took like a chisel or something
Yeah, sure.
If you want to inspect the mark, you can.
Sure.
Roll an Arcana.
17.
It's definitely magical in some sense, and it's magically there rather than physically.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's got a soft like golden pulse to it. Like it's just a slow golden pulsing of light. Like unless you knew it was there, it's almost impossible to see. The symbol, by the way, is only maybe about 8 inches in diameter. It's not very big.
Like the size of your hand.
Yeah.
So, do any of us actually know how these sigils work?
No.
No.
Hmm.
Well, do we think it might be beneficial to watch the sigil?
I feel like we should probably watch the sigil. And we should probably watch the vault.
I would say the vault's definitely a pretty solid idea.
Between those two, I mean,
Could we get
that's where.
Severin to look at the
Oh,
sigil?
I have another question for Aylar, actually.
Yeah, you
And
want to have
yes,
Severin?
everyone would be a great idea.
Okay. So we'll have Severin do that when no one else is around, because again,
Yeah.
floating undead.
Floating
Very
heads.
fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Someone
really a good
smuggling outside.
Yeah. Let me pull up his character sheet real quick. But what's the other question?
For Aylar, I'm gonna be like, so when these robberies happen, does it usually tend to hit, say, like your vault or the equivalent, where the main valuables are stored, or is it like the entire house?
He says that from what he's heard from his other merchants and other people, that it's been anything of value, gold or magical, otherwise, has been taken. Sometimes things are missed, but they're not. There's no pattern to it. But
Okay,
he does say that what's weird about it, and that he knows for sure, is that when however these people are doing this, they're definitely using some kind of magic to bypass security measures. However, sometimes it doesn't make sense. The way he explains it is kind of like the illusion aspect. Like sometimes people will hide things behind illusions, and sometimes they succeed and those things are protected. Other times they're not. It seems hit or miss.
Interesting.
Severin would be able to tell you guys later on that like illusion magic is, the stronger the caster, the more difficult it is to spot that it's an illusion.
For sure.
So it's possible that whoever is running the scam, or whoever's here to steal things, just doesn't realize that it's an illusion.
Sure, which would
So
imply
they're
that
not.
somebody does actually show up, as opposed to just it gets teleported out or whatever.
Correct. Yes.
Interesting.
All right. So let me roll for Severance. What was your question again for Severin?
What does he
I
know
wanted to
about the
see-
sigils?
Yeah,
Sigil?
if you could figure out how
Aw.
they work.
He rolled low.
He
Severin,
super
no.
rolled low.
Severin,
Severin
no.
don't know shit.
He has a +10 to his Arcana.
Jesus.
Damn, he still didn't roll better than me though.
Yeah, 16. So yeah, he kind of knows pretty much the same thing as Calamities. One thing he would say about the sigil is that it's certainly demonic in nature. Like it's magic, but it's definitely some kind of demonic symbol, which you guys know already. He doesn't really fill in any blanks. Like you guys know, it's the cult of Mammon at this point. And he kind of reinforces that he doesn't know much more about it. But he does say that essentially what he can tell from looking at the symbol is that when the job is done, the sigil will go away.
So it's like a waypoint marker. Like, hey, hit this place, and then after they hit it, it's gone.
Correct.
I mean, I don't see it being expedient for them to try and trample through the house to get to wherever it is they're trying to get to. obviously to
So
the
it
vault.
makes sense to put it on the outside.
Yeah, it makes sense to put it on the outside, mark
Sometimes
the building.
they miss illusions. It's almost certainly not just like directly magicked out money.
Right.
Hmm.
I mean, I think it's definitely beneficial to post at least two inside the lower chambers of the vault.
I have a proposition for Alar then.
Oh, you could proposition me anytime.
Wrong person. What's your proposition for Alar?
So first off, Alar, do you have anyone coming by the house tonight?
He does not. No.
How hard would it be for Garzak to, instead of having the illusion on the entrance to the vault be just a closet, could we make it look more enticing?
In what sense?
Make it obvious that there are valuables this way, so that we know for sure if someone appears, they'll go for it.
So this is me, the DM. So you're basically trying to set it up so that you can ambush these people.
Kind of. I just want to guarantee they don't miss the vault.
Oh, okay.
So we know, like, if they're sweeping the house, they're gonna see the vault and go for it.
Yeah, like make it like an incompetent illusion, like it ripples. Yeah, like you could tell it's an illusion.
Well, so Garzak, he's not there presently, but I mean, Alor would be able to, ask Garzak to change the illusion, like the one for the stairs that hides it. That's the one you want to change. He doesn't think Garzak would be willing to. He says it'd probably be pretty expensive because Garzak's charging him an arm and a leg to do all of this stuff.
I see.
But we'll say that. Let me roll.
We could also like try to subtly, but not so subtly, label it or make it stand out physically.
Yeah. I mean,
sort of one of those things where you make it look like you tried to hide it, but not so much that somebody would miss it.
yeah. So Severin says he can do. We'll tell you guys subtly that he can weaken the illusion slightly. It won't make it go away, but he does to suggest, hey, maybe leave the door propped open or partially propped open and have like a broom or something that's looks like it fell over, or it's like somebody went to put something away and they didn't close the door all the way, and whatever it is sticking partially out of the illusion, so it looks it breaks
so
the
it
illusion.
just looks like there's like half a okay.
Yeah.
That's a good suggestion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a pretty good idea. I like that idea.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Just have like the door mostly closed, but stuck by like a fallen over broom or something.
Okay. And you guys
or like a single gold piece halfway out of the illusion.
Yeah, I mean, wherever you guys want to use, it's up to you.
Yeah,
broom's cheaper.
The more valuable, the better, honestly.
Oh, that's fair.
Do I have anything I could throw down there and be like, anything reasonable? How much is a scroll worth?
Depends on the level of scroll.
How much is like a cantrip scroll worth?
Like 50 gold.
How much gold did you say?
50.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to prop the door open with my scroll of mage hand then.
Okay.
Assuming it's obvious to people when they are looking at magical scrolls, like that is a magical scroll and not just.
So I would say, I mean, scrolls are scrolls. I would say you unravel part of it so that the incantation that's on it can be seen. So somebody walking by would be like, "Oh, hey, look, it's magic," and go to pick it up.
And it would still look like maybe it just fell over and rolled open a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would absolutely volunteer. I don't know how many of us want to be here, but I am game to just hide nearby and see if anyone goes for this.
Okay. Well, put yourselves where you guys want to be on the map.
Let's see. Oh, these torches. We should probably cover the torches so that it's not super bright.
Well, I mean, the torches will go out. Not necessarily go out, but Wizzleby and another servant will walk by and they'll put every other torch out.
Okay.
So the building does get much darker as the night goes on.
That's good. That's good. Well, then I will vibe. Oh, man. I want to have a viewpoint of this doorway.
I mean, you could be, if you want to have a viewpoint, yeah, or Arnok is, you guys can leave the door open just ajar slightly if you wanted.
That makes sense to me. Sort of like hang out and watch the Leon watch.
Mm-hmm.
You doing the same thing over there, Camilla?
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
I'm gonna throw some caltrops down just inside that door. So just
okay,
right
that's
there.
That's a good choice. Ooh, and when you do the caltrops, I'm gonna do one of the things that nobody ever uses. How does this work? They give you all these ball bearings. Yeah, okay. 10-foot square area.
All right, so the red one is the caltrops.
Yep.
Calamities, we're going to do ball bearings too, you said?
Yeah, let me...
Are you doing that in the same space?
Yep, I can cover about that.
Okay.
That's a lot of ball bearings.
It's
Bruh.
literally 1,000 ball bearings.
Bruh.
Yeah.
It's starting equipment for so many rogues.
Nah.
It's not a hard DC to pass, and if they're moving half speed, they don't even need to make it, but ball bearings.
There you go. All right. Do you guys feel pretty confident in yourselves?
Well,
confident might be a bit of a stretch, but
worst case, we don't get paid. So
yeah,
that's true.
I mean, I'm sure the furniture here is worth something.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just let everybody know, like, hey, there are ball bearings in there. If you just move like carefully, you shouldn't slip on them, but don't just like sprint through. But beyond that, yeah.
Okay. Well then, you guys find your spots. You kind of tucker yourselves down and begin to wait. A couple hours go by with nothing. You guys are starting to get really bored. It is dark. If you guys have dark vision, you guys can see. But I want everyone to go ahead and make a perception check for me here.
Reliable talent.
Oh my gosh.
Not a 7.
16.
I got a nat 1.
Got a 20.
Branch is off in the corner playing dice. Totally not paying attention.
All right, guys, what were we doing again?
All right, Camilla is that a nat 20? No, a 20. Yep. Okay. You guys don't hear anything offhand. Let me roll actually for Severin real quick too. I'll have him. So okay, you got a +2, so 17. Where did you guys want Severin to be hanging out? We didn't put him on there.
Who's got the bag with Severin in him?
I'm just gonna put he has a character. There you go. Not done anything.
Do we want him to be in the door?
I mean, he's a glowing head.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
He can make it like this, the light dim.
Probably come hang out with us.
Just disguise him as a doom torch.
You can do that. We'll say he does that. He's floating right here, disguised as a torch.
Beautiful.
We'll let me roll a disguise check for him.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm gonna give him advantage. He rolled a 1.
Perfect.
Okay, so he's a 6. He's like, look at me, I'm a torch. Guys, can you hear me? Stop your torch. You don't make noise.
Shut up.
This is boring. This is boring.
Good job. I know it's boring.
I don't like this. Guys, this is stupid.
That's how stakeouts go. They're boring until they're not. Now, be quiet.
Yeah, they're boring until they're not. Okay. Nothing seems to happen. You guys don't see or hear anything. I want. Well, let me roll. Okay. Yeah. So everyone, roll another perception check.
Oh, what?
Perception.
22.
17.
Oh my god.
24.
Okay. So you guys don't hear anything except for Camilla. You
Oh my god.
hear some footsteps and rustling. It sounds like on the roof above, like the chandelier.
Oh.
It sounds like some footsteps. It's very faint. You're like straining to hear it. You gonna do anything?
I mean, I guess if I can hear it, they're near where I'm at. Like relative.
The chandelier is that big circular area.
Yeah, so the chandelier is going to be in here, just hanging in the ceiling. So they're
just like on the roof above it. I doubt if you speak quietly, they're going to hear you.
Okie dokie. I'm sneaking out.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me here. You do have advantage. Look at that, 26.
Nailed it.
Nice. They're on the roof.
I'm just gonna give you a thumbs up.
Same.
I'm gonna whisper back and be like, "You should probably tell Severin and make sure he shuts the fuck up."
Put him in a bag or something.
Do you want to put him in the bag of holding?
Yeah, I should probably put him away. Honestly, if his disguise check is that shit.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, yeah. Camilla, you can walk by and tell him to get in the bag. He will get in the bag.
I'm scooping up Severin. Going back to where he's hiding.
Okay.
As you get in his eyes and stick him in the bowling ball.
As you get back and kind of right as you sneak in, you leave the door cracked open just a little bit, and you see 5 figures clad in dark clothes float from the ceiling up above and land. I'm gonna ping. Well, then this is not what they are, but I'm gonna put them as commoners.
Okay.
They're actually hill giants
floating down for the ceiling.
Some guys.
They are actually demigorgons.
Gyms 3 through 8.
Yes, 3 through 8. Jim has arrived.
7. Counting's hard.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay, so there are 5 figures clad in black. Let me group them together. We'll give them black. That float down one by one and land without making a noise or sound onto the ground. They kind of turn and look around the room, and they don't see anybody. Camilla, are you gonna do anything? Say anything?
No, I'm just gonna keep watching.
Okay. Make a perception check, Camilla. Okay. You see one of them, or actually 2 of them, pull out coins, a single gold coin. They seem to play with it in their hand, and they clasp it, and they point a fist in a direction, and you watch as an image of them like seems to come from them and walk. And after it takes a 5-foot step, oh, they're locked. That person that created it disappears. But it's not disappears like they're gone. You see them kind of fade, like they've got invisibility of some kind. But this one moves this direction silently, and this direction silently. And you realize it's some kind of magic because they are moving, but they're not, their feet fall doesn't quite match with the floor. Like one of them, their foot kind of goes through the floor slightly. So it's like they're up to their ankle. Another one is like maybe half an inch off the ground and doesn't seem to be moving correctly. Like they're using a spell of some kind to move or to move these magical images. The other three that stayed stationary kind of look to each other and they do some hand gestures, and you watch as they all kind of start to split up. One moves to the stairs. Another one moves going towards the door where you are. And the other one heading this direction. Or actually not this direction. No, he'll move to these stairs. Hold on, I need 2 more tokens. One for the illusions. One for the real people. Hide. So you can't see them, but I can. Ha ha!
Rude.
Part of the fun. The red ones are the ones that Camilla knows are illusions. All right, Camilla, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and hide in the shadows as best as I can and wait for.
Hope for that one to come in.
Yeah, to walk through the door.
Okay, so you watch as the door opens. Let's see how quiet he makes it. It's very quiet. It makes no sound. He peers in, looks around for a moment, doesn't see you, and then comes back and he closes the door behind him, which it wasn't closed before. And then that's it. He just kind of, we'll say he stays there. Anything else?
I'm going to roll a single ball bearing under the door to try to get him to come back in.
Okay.
Jesus.
Let me
I'm
see.
now going to change it to bag of 999.
You roll a ball bearing, nothing happens. Like you hear it kind of rolling, but you don't think it hit him in his foot. Nothing. It wasn't loud enough to catch his attention.
I roll a gold coin.
You slide a gold coin under. The gold coin like hits the edge of his foot, and he looks down, and he goes. You hear him shuffle and pick up the coin, and he opens the door and sticks his head back in, like looking for you. And he doesn't quite see you, but you see his eyes narrow as he's looking around. He's takes a step in and he's just kind of standing there. Like you can see that he's trying to adjust. His eyes are trying to adjust to see and spot, but he's not seeing you at the moment. He didn't roll high enough.
I'm jumping him.
Okay. So you're gonna make like attack him, a sneak attack then, huh? Okay, let's see. Roll a d10 for me here. See which of these people they are, what they are.
Oh,
okay. So
that might be good.
I just need to know statistics, what they are.
That might be good.
That's fair.
What am I doing? I have a clickable. I put them in here so I can just click on them. Okay.
I'll show you.
Go ahead and make your attack. You do have surprise. You have advantage.
Oh, I don't have to roll initiative first? Or
No.
Nope.
That's not get into a whole brawl.
I feel like it's going to be a brawl.
Yeah, probably.
100%.
What you hit him with?
Severn. Load him up with the crossbow.
Oh no. Dang.
17. Okay. 17 does hit. All right. So as you're attacking, so roll your damage and all that stuff, sneak attack, all that fun jazz you want to do. Calamities and Arnok, you see the door with the scroll hanging out. You watch as the door slowly opens. There's nothing there. Like, you're looking out. There's nothing there. And the door opens.
How slowly does it open?
Almost as slow as like a gentle breeze.
Okay. Could I, while it is slowly opening, line up a shot, like in the space where in front of the door?
Yeah. You think something might be there. Sure.
Yeah, like, fuck it.
Okay.
Just like, there's the trap. Time to trigger it.
So you can roll your attack. While you roll your attack, looks like Camilla's got her damage going.
I'm going to spend a d6 to try and trip.
Okay.
This one. They have to succeed on 15 dexterity.
They got a 15 without any bonuses, so they made their. Okay.
My shot is an 18.
18. Roll a d10 for me. I need to know which one this is.
Oogly doogly. It's a 6.
Okay. So a 17 will hit.
Alrighty. In that case, damage time. 13 from the bow.
Real quick, did you roll with advantage or with disadvantage? Calamities? He's invisible,
no,
technically.
Roll. Okay.
Yeah, I apologize. Roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Wait.
Well, with disadvantage, you'd still hit because you rolled 15 and 18.
15 and 18.
Yeah. So yeah, you still hit.
Okay. That was
Calamities is like best.
Nullifies my question.
Okay.
Name not good tiger.
Camilla, you did how much damage, by the way?
Oh shoot, where's the history?
6 and 9, so 17?
Yep.
Okay. He's still alive.
15.
Or 15, you're right, 15.
17 was my hit.
Okay. And Calamities, how much damage did you do?
Just 13 from the bow.
Okay.
How dare they have more than 15 HP?
Okay, so Camilla, you jump out and kind of stab at this guy, and he takes a step back and is very surprised. He doesn't cry out or anything as your rapier stabs into him, but you get kind of a decent look at him. He's not like he's dressed in leathers, some kind of leather-ish armor, but he does have what appears to be like a hand crossbow and a scimitar that's mixed in with his clothing and hidden. It's all padded so that it doesn't make any noise for it there. But he does look like he is kind of surprised by what happened that you're there. We'll come back to that in just a second. Arnok and Calamities, you take the shot and you see like the arrow hits into something and you hear this as it sit and there's blood and you start to see that there's this illusion reappears as it would be this illusion, poof, disappears and reappear. But he also takes a 5-foot step forward into here, and you turn, and you can't see him anymore, but you can see the arrow kind of sticking out of his back. And then, strangely enough, him and the arrow disappear. You're assuming he went down the passage.
That makes sense. I hope he makes his checks. Unless
when that happens, Branch, you hear this obviously, but yes. Okay, so Camilla, this person in front of you, we're not going to roll initiative yet for it, but he is going to draw his scimitar and try and attack you real quick. Miss. And natural 20 on the second one.
Ouchie.
You will take 12 points of slashing damage, and he's going to try and pin you to the floor, like against a chair. So make a athletics check, or I would say acrobatics for you, not athletics.
Can I uncanny dodge this attack?
No, so he's trying to push you down onto the ground. It's like basically grappling you, is what it is.
Oh, sorry, I meant the slashing.
Oh, yes, you certainly may.
Acrobatics, you said?
Yes.
15.
Camilla, I ask you, what are you proficient in acrobatics?
Yes.
May I hit you with a thing we've been forgetting to do. Reliable talent.
Makes your roll a 10. So you'd have a 18, which is enough.
Oh, where's
that?
It's in features, and traits. You have so many features and traits, it can be hard to tell.
I know. Rogues. Don't forget, a lot of you have a heroic inspiration too, so you guys can use that.
Yeah.
So he goes to pin you down, like he slashes at you and grabs onto one of your arms, starts to push you against the chair or against the wall, and you just slip and slide out of his grasp. He doesn't get a hold of you. With that, Plemides and Arnok and Branch, what the three of you want to do? You do hear some commotion in the room next to you. There's definitely a scuffle going on now. Kind of hard to make that quiet.
I'm definitely gonna go over to where I heard the kerfuffle sounds.
Okay. So remember, you do have your limited movement speed at the moment, so just to, I think for Branch, it's for you. It's like 40, so it'd be 8 squares. Okay. Unless you dash.
Okay, that'll bring me right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna come over here and can I just stick my head through the illusion to see it without actually entering the room?
Yeah.
Can I see where dude went?
He is not there at the moment. You're pretty sure he's down.
Perfect.
I will say this much. You do see the other two figures that were before. They are moving in your direction towards you. They don't seem to have spotted you yet.
All right. I'm going to move slightly back to right here.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to fucking send it.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to feline agility, so my movement speed is 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm just going to boop.
Okay.
Into the room.
You don't see him. Okay. Although before you start to run down the stairs, the weirdest thing that you've never possibly seen before is you're starting to run down the stairs. You watch as the wall and behind, like next to you, that would lead out into the open circle area. The wall, just this little dot appears, and opens up to be a 10-foot diameter hole in the wall.
What in the portable hole?
And you see the two robed figures running for the door they just created. One of them has their fist out, like towards you. This whole, let me draw a line. This whole section of wall is just a hole. It's gone. It's empty.
Okay. Well, yep.
They don't see you because you're in the illusion at the moment.
Right.
But
let's see here. 35, 40. I can make the cow tripping ball bearing checks if you would like.
No, you'll be fine.
Okay. So it's 40, however far 20 movement takes me from here.
Okay, you'll get you down into the next room. You get down right as you see the gentleman. He's down at the bottom of the stairs, and he's moving slowly towards the double doors.
Okay, I mean, I'm just gonna bonus action dash then and catch up to him.
Okay, you run up, and it's like slow motion, like Roadrunner running up to Wile E. Coyote, and you're just like right next to him. Hey, how's it going? And he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and then since I haven't used an action, I'd like to stab this man.
Okay. Well, then you stab a man. It is very rude.
I make an effort. 24 to stab a man.
Okay. Make sure I get the right one.
Totally fair.
24 to commit necrocide.
Okay. So what'd you roll to hit?
24.
24 will hit, yeah.
7 whole damage.
Okay. Let me write this down. Make sure.
Oh, and I will Vex, so I will have advantage on the next one.
Okay. You definitely hit him. How much damage did you? I'm sorry, did you say you did?
7.
7. Okay.
And I activated Vex.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna have everybody roll initiative. Top of the order. Let me.
Oh.
This is gonna be interesting. Hold on, because we're gonna have 2 different maps technically.
That's fair. Got a 25 on my initiative.
Okay.
I got a whole whopping 8.
So 1 second. All
good.
I need to actually add. I'm gonna pause this real quick.
All right, I'm gonna go pee real quick.
You go pee. I'm going to pause this
Like
so I can add the actual. Well, so I'm going to add the actual creatures that they are, so that it makes sense for me.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So my initiative is a 15 because I could add.
No, because that is not an ability check or a skill check. I guess what it says.
For Rakish Audacity?
Oh, wait. What does Rakish Audacity do?
You add your charisma modifier to your initiative rolls.
Sure. What's your charisma? And dex?
My dex is 18. Charisma is
+4.
Plus... Yeah, +4. Whoops, I was looking at the wrong one. My initiative is...
I think +9 makes sense. Do you have +2 charisma or +3 or what?
I have +4 charisma.
Oh, +4 and +4. I don't know where the +1 is from. It's probably from a magic item. But that makes sense. Just a bad roll. I mean, happens. I don't think you have inspiration, do you?
No, I do.
Oh, well, if you wanted to try to roll better, you can. Or if you want to save it for a different roll, you also can. But like, well,
dang.
Advantage sometimes does you dirty.
Sometimes it does, yes.
But at least you used it.
Better to use it than not.
Oh.
I'm missing. No, that's what okay.
Did Branch say he was going to something?
I don't know. I haven't heard him in a while.
I'm right here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm back.
Gotcha.
I said I was going somewhere. I had to pee.
Does Branch need to roll initiative as well?
Everyone will need to in just a second. Sorry, I lost an NPC, and I'm like, I lost him somewhere, and I don't know where he went, and he was hidden. That was why.
He was like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Well, of course, you lost him. He's hiding.
Okay.
My initiative was sad.
Okay. So everybody, go ahead and roll. What was your initiative for me, actually? So Arnok?
8.
Oof.
Yeah.
Branch?
I didn't roll my 29.
My God.
29.
Jesus.
Camilla?
14.
14. And Calamities?
25.
25. You hacked.
I get
Okay.
advantage on all these.
So,
okay.
Top of the initiative order. Let me fix some hit points real quick, but it's gonna be. Of course, their names are not updated. Damn it. Bandit 1. He took some hit point damage. Okay, there we go. I really hope they would do the names, but they didn't. This is what I get for not pre-actively doing all the numbers.
So it goes.
Yeah, usually I do this. I put all the enemies in there and they're invisible so you guys can't see them. So I just select them and it does everything for it. And I totally did not do that this time. Okay. So, preliminaries, you hit him for 7. And that's it so far. 3. Wait, I'm doing math wrong. There we go. All right, so Branch, you are first.
Very good. Okay. Let me refresh the map. It looks like it's. I think it says the map is paused right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. There you go. Resumed. Should be good.
There we go. Okay, now. Let's see. Okay.
You can see all the icons and see them now. Yay!
So just to make sure, there are people on this map that we cannot see, but you can.
Well, there are 2 that you cannot actively see at the moment. One would be bandit number 4 because they're down below with calamities, and then one of the other bandits is you're not sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
But there is an illusion of one that you know of that's the commoner that's kind of just moving in its own direction.
Gotcha. Okay.
You did hear commotion from calamities running down the stairs. You kind of saw him zip down. You heard commotion where Camilla is at the moment as well. There's definitely some kind of fight or scuffle, but that's all you know at the moment.
All right. I'm going to go to where I heard some noise with Camilla.
Okay.
And are we still at the reduced movement?
No, so it's your turn, so you can dash, move, whatever any of your actions that you normally do.
Okay. So I'm just gonna move in, and I'm just gonna come in and open the door.
Okay. Yeah, you open the door and you see a guy robed in black with his scimitar out. He's kind of trying to pin Camilla down, slashing at with his sword. He hit her once, and you could see the blood coming off as he's trying to pin her down. But that's it at the moment.
Oh shoot! How dare you!
This is my window.
There's no gym here, though.
There's not enough windows in this house for the 2 of them. All right. I'm going to cast my bonus action. Actually, I'm going to use my normal action. I'm going to attack him with the blade of the Shadowfell. I'm assuming the lamps are all still off, right? Like it's still just dark
so everything
everywhere.
is dim light at this point. So dim light and shadows.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my blade of the Shadowfell and attempt to strike Bandit 1.
Strike away.
Okay, that's a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit. No.
Oh, man.
You do have advantage though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
you guys
I'll take advantage of that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, with a 15 hit.
What do you know? A 15 will hit.
Oh, wow.
No shot. That's so funny.
1 more point of damage, or 1 point. Aha.
Perfect.
That's all
Okay.
it takes, baby.
Alright, so that hits. And that does 7 damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna strike him. I'm gonna use my second attack and strike him again. This time I will roll with it. That was a 23.
23 will hit.
So 7 plus 13 is 20. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action for 2 weapon fighting. I'm gonna hit him with my dagger. Which
okay. So how much was
I forgot
17 you said?
So far. So yeah, the first hit did 7, the second hit did 13.
Okay.
And then advantage. I missed with my third attack. So just 20 damage.
You do good. You're slashing and cutting into him. He doesn't cry out, but he looks surprised by his body actions. He seems to be looking over his shoulder at you and confused. Anything else?
I think nope, that'll be my turn.
Polamides, you're up.
All right. This student for me doesn't know what's about to happen. We're trying to stab him again. This time, I go before him in the turn order. So this motherfucker's eating a crit.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not great for him. Okay. Let me modify that number first. So that is a 15, but not really. That is a 17, and then everything else will just be what is listed. Not a super early. Oh, another 17. That's 34. I think that checks out.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's it.
He's still kicking. In fact, you.
Oh, sorry. Another 7 damage onto that because of being an assassin rogue, so 41 total.
Okay, very nice. He casts Hellish Rebuke on you. Make your dex saves.
Another nat 20 for 29.
Oh, fuck. All right. So you're going to take half damage instead.
Wait a minute. So it's a dex save.
It is a dex save. Still. So you would take none.
And you say, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Get evaded, nerd.
All right. Well, is that it? That's your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. Bandit 3 is up. He ends up downstairs and gets down there just in time to see you. Calamity's beating the crap out of his friend. And he's going to pull out his hand crossbow and take a shot.
Also fair.
Got a 17 to hit.
That will not hit.
All right. Just misses then. Okay. But you're in deep shit now. It's the bandit who you've been beating the crap out of. It's his turn. Fair. He looks at you, and he doesn't. You notice for the first time he doesn't have any weapons on him, at least right away. And he, as you've stabbed at him, you've hit him, but you notice that underneath he actually has some kind of like breastplate that's been padded to prevent making noise. Okay. And he drops a hand, and this packed weapon, like a weapon, materializes and into his hand. Okay. And he swings 3 times at you. He does not have advantage.
Hit me with it. Give me that math.
23 for the first one.
Okay. 1 hit.
27 for the second one.
2.
And a 9 for the third one.
Okay, it's 2 hits. How much damage does 1 hit do?
1 hit is 10 slashing damage and 13 fire damage. So 23 in total.
Per hit.
Per hit. So it's 46 in total.
Okay, that goes down to 11 for the first uncanny dodge. So that takes 12 off, so that's 32. Okay.
Okay. How are you looking, feeling, etc.?
Not fantastic.
Not fantastic. Okay. But you're still alive. You're still conscious.
Yes.
Okay. He looks at you impressed, and that's his turn. He doesn't do anything. Well, he will. No, he's gonna stay there. He's just gonna. He stops running and does the swings, and kind of gets into this stance where he's ready to go. He wants to fight you.
All right.
Okay. Camilla, you're up.
I'm just gonna go after Bandit 1 again.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
He hasn't gotten to go yet. My bandit. You do have advantage because Branch is on the other side of you too. So.
Heck yeah.
Which means you can keep snake attacking this motherfucker.
23 will hit.
Yeah. I would hope so. Not bad.
He had 17. You kill him. He had 17. All right. So he dies. Didn't even get to go. Not cool. You still have your movement speed, though.
I'm going to make my way to the vault.
Okay. And that would get you right at the door for 30 feet.
Ugly-dougly.
Okay.
You haven't used your bonus action yet, right, Kamala?
No.
That's an option.
Yeah, you could bonus action dash.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you bonus action dash, make it downstairs to see the other one. So you kind of run up right as he takes the shot with his hand crossbow.
Hit Bandit 3.
Yes. All right. That brings it to the other bandit. The illusion disappears. And they dash. He's no longer hidden. They are also going to get downstairs, and downstairs is very crowded at the moment.
I was going to say, it's got a little something down here.
Yeah. So one of them will get an attack on you, Camilla. So they get down to the bottom of the stairs. And let me roll. Got a 14 to hit you.
It does not hit.
All right. Second one is a 16 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. You take 6 slashing damage. That's it. All right. Arnok, you're up.
I guess I'm going to head downstairs.
To the party.
Yeah.
You run downstairs to the party.
Everybody goes downstairs, we can change maps.
Yeah, which is going to be crazy because I've never switched maps mid initiative order with the VTT before, so I don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah, we'll find out.
That's going to be interesting. I
have no idea what I would be in range of.
Hold on. I took a screenshot of the initiatives so I can save that. Let's change the map or try to change the map.
Maybe Branch wants to hang out up here.
Branch can hang up here.
Yeah.
No, nope, it got rid of everything.
With like 30, 40 feet of movement, Branch can make it to the stairs.
Yeah. Okay, so let's.
I could go up, and down again.
There's the 4 of you. So we'll put Arnok.
All right, I'm.
Branch, you're off the map.
I was like here, I assume, with the other.
Yeah, we'll assume you're about there. All right. Well, I'm not gonna change what they are. These are not what they look like. They're just the statistics. For me, Bandit Captain. Haha.
Wow, look at this fucking guy.
And another one right there.
Wow, look at these fucking guys.
Boom! Look at that fucking guy. Haha.
Jesus, look at that fucking guy, huh?
I'm missing one.
Yeah.
And that fucking guy right here.
My God.
All right. Who am I missing? Anybody? 1, 2, 3, 4 for you guys. 4 for them. And all the tokens. All right, Branch, you were a 29 for the initiative. Calamities was a 25. Camilla was a 14. Arnok, last but not least, was 8. They were 13, which is funny because that was their base roll. He was 16. Oh, which just kept the base instead of rolling like I wanted them to. Okay. There we go. All right, Arnok, you are first.
All right.
I guess last, technically.
Yeah. Yeah, that checks out. I guess first off, I'll go with breath weapon.
Okay.
Fair.
And that's gonna be like a 15-foot line. That's
I never know what the angle on the cone is, but it is a 3 square long cone, so.
It's no, it's they changed it. It can be a cone or a line.
Oh, okay.
So
have they defined the angle on the cone yet?
It just says cone. 15-foot
you'd think
cone.
somebody would just say like 60-degree cone or whatever.
So we'll go like that.
Well, I mean, I have a thing I use. Like, so here's one. Let me draw a cone. So this is like if that was the cone.
Oh, it's just a triangle. Okay. So it is a 60-degree cone. Okay.
Yeah. So, like.
But yeah, the line makes sense.
Yeah. So it's not like this. It would be centered on you, so you could hit everything like that. That's how it would work. So. All right, you're gonna lean against the corner and breath them.
Yep, get all of them.
Okay.
Sure. Stank breath.
DC 15 dex.
Okay, he doesn't have anything. They don't have anything to stop it. But they all are dex based, anyways.
Yeah.
Ooh, fail. The top one, so he failed. We put the blocks fail. Success. Ooh, fail as well.
Wow.
Now I wish that roll was higher. That's trash.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And success. All right. Hit me.
Fails take 8. Success takes 4.
Okay, so B.
24 damage total. Not bad.
Okay, got it. You said the rest of them take half?
Yes. Okay. Anything that succeeded takes half.
somebody just... Oh no, that space was already empty.
Nope. Only got 4. Okay, hold on. Damn it, I didn't change their health. Shit. I got rid of my picture. That's not what I want. How much? Oh, he was at like...
Let's see here.
Hold on, I remember what this one is at. He was
20.
at...
I have dealt 61 cumulative damage to the fiend cultist.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That fits. I don't want to do that much. Okay. Do you remember how much? I don't think the other two had taken any damage previously. No, they hadn't. Yeah,
the two at the bottom of the stairs had not gotten hit yet.
Yeah, they just
okay. And
the
other guy was shot, right, by Camilla? Or no? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say right? B got shot.
Yeah, that was the one that...
Whatever that one is.
Okay. Well, we'll go with that. Cool. I got some numbers in there. I don't know if it's the right numbers, but
they're numbers.
As long as they're close enough.
All right, Branch. All right. It is your... Or I'm sorry.
It's not. I'm going to go for that captain that's right in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah, 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Yeah.
That'll be 20 damage.
It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad at all.
Still going.
And with my bonus action, I'll throw... Let's see.
Is your breath weapon an attack or is it an ability?
It is an attack. It allows me to replace a single attack with... it allows you to take the attack action on your turn. You can replace one attack with a breath weapon.
Cool. That's all I wanted to make sure.
Yep.
That's different from what it was before.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember they made breath weapon better.
It needed that
better.
overhaul.
It needed that badly.
It's a lot better. I will go ahead and for my bonus action, I will put up Shield of Faith on Calamities.
Ooh, look at that. You get a gold one, a gold border or yellow.
Plus 2 AC.
Heck yeah.
All right, now it would be Branch's turn, I think.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Oh, a taffy has finally awoken. Half asleep.
Drugged up taffy.
Sounds miserable.
Before I hastily run downstairs, I'm gonna take a moment to try and see if I can sniff something out or hear something, just in case someone is behind that we miss.
Okay, roll a perception.
Big money, Oh, yeah, well, that's a 10.
Yeah, you're pretty sure there's nothing.
All right,
no idea.
I'm rushing straight downstairs.
All right, you run right into the back of Arnok and Camilla. Everybody's clusterfucked in this small space.
Awesome. I know exactly what to do. Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action. And slash spell. I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And then I'm going to charge the fiend cultist in the back.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And because I cast a Zephyr Strike, I do not incur any attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
And
be there. Everybody's clusterfucked.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Someone Someone burp or something? It smells weird down here. Who's been eating my eggs? Alright, let's see.
Jesus.
And I will swing with the blade of the Shadowfell, and that is a 12 to sweet.
12 does not hit.
Okay.
Unfortunate for that one.
Okay, I'm gonna try again with my second attack. Wow, 20. Not natural.
20 will hit.
Damage. Ooh, max damage. We got 14 plus 6, so 20 damage even.
Okay. And he's going to hellish rebuke you. Make your dex saving throw, my friend.
Oh, no.
You saved me
Saving
from it.
throw. Let's see. That was a 25.
You are fine. You still take half, though.
Okay.
Which is a whole 4 points of damage.
Ouch.
All right.
Then,
If you got anything else on Calamity's turn?
No, that's all.
Okay, is this the door we needed to speak to passcode to get through?
It is not, no.
Oh, okay. So I can just move through the door.
You could. Yeah, so the doors are closed, but you could push through them and open into the door.
Okay, first thing, bonus action, disengage. Second thing, open up the doors. Go. Okay. Third thing, I'm going to shoot the Fiend Cultist.
Okay.
And since Vex does not say I need to hit him with my rapier again to have the advantage, it's just the next attack. Suck my balls, Fiend Cultist. 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
1 second, I'm gonna reroll that real quick. Alright, 13 from that. I'm doing the special warp wid thing to gain another 4 necrotics, so that's 17.
Okay.
I'm going to do 3d6, so that's 30 total damage.
Okay.
And then I'm using one of the dice to attempt to poison him, so he must pass a con save of DC 16.
Okay. Yes, hi, Taffy.
Hello, Taffy.
He made it. 26 is what he rolled.
Yeah, okay, that checks out. It's worth a shot, though.
He is, yeah. Good try.
In that case, I guess I'll stay here where people can attempt to save my life if I go down.
Okay. That brings it to the Deceiver's turn. He is...
Oh, Fiend Cultist is also slowed. His longbow.
Okay. So he has half movement?
Minus 10.
Minus 10. Okay. Well, the Deceiver is going to move here. So, Branch, you do get an attack of opportunity. If you want.
Definitely. Can I pick any weapon, or is it just...
It's a melee weapon.
It's 15 to hit.
15 will not hit. Just
Damn you, bad deceiver.
I did not seize the opportunity. Sorry, guys.
That's good.
Nice try, though.
You made an effort, and that's what counts.
He will throw, as he runs, though, he's going to throw a blinding flash at the back of the stairs. So I'll need Camilla and Arnok to make Constitution saving throws.
That's so rude.
22.
Well, goddamn.
That one succeeds.
Oof. That one.
That probably doesn't.
Failed. All right. Camilla, you take 13 radiant damage and are blinded.
Damn, that's a powerful bead.
And then Arnok, you're going to take half that, so you will take 6 points of radiant damage and are not blinded. So Camilla, I'm gonna give you.
I would like to point out throwing flashbangs is rude.
Yeah.
Throwing flashbangs that your allies are immune to is ruder.
And he holds up his hand,
motherfucker,
and he shouts, "Everybody!" He goes, "Quick through the gate!" As let me put a line. As this section of the wall literally disappears, and you can see into the chamber beyond.
The invisible chamber that we couldn't see before.
Yeah, the hidden chamber you could not see. He gets to there. You can run past the armor, the statue. You can squeeze past it, but that's as far as he gets on his turn. They're definitely using magic like crazy for this stuff.
Yeah.
Door open.
All right, the cultist moves 5, 10, 15. That's his. We can get 5 more, so we'll put him. I'll say he's wiggling in between the statue, but he looks at you. Calamities looks at everyone else, and he kind of grins at you, knowing that you're not doing well. But he says, wow, yeah, he is absolutely going to do this. He does Scorching Ray at level 5.
Holy ball.
He gets 6 Scorching Rays, which he's going to focus all of them on you, Calamities.
That's gonna hurt. Not shocking.
That's going to hurt.
First was a...
That's not super surprising.
What's his plus?
It's rude, but it's not super surprising.
19 for the first one.
Miss.
Got to beat a 20.
Got a 26 for the second.
That'll hit. I assume he can roll pretty high here.
So. Third one misses. You got lower than the first.
Okay.
Fourth one is even lower.
Okay.
Fifth one is a 22.
That'll hit.
And oh my god, the fifth one is a miss. He rolled a 9, a 7, a 7 without pluses, and he misses. So he hits you twice?
Yes.
Okay. Which is 2d6 fire damage for each.
Okay.
9 for the first one.
Okay.
And wow, he rolled low, almost minimum damage. 7 for the second one.
9 turns into a 4. Oh, I'm still alive. Fuck you.
I cannot. Wow, what are you at?
Not good.
Not good. Yeah.
5 HP, also known as exactly the amount that was enough to knock me down without uncanny dodge. So,
Jesus.
Once again, suck my balls, cultist.
Okay. He does that, and then seeing you're still alive, he holds up his coin, and he makes a fist, kind of like puts it to his chest, and you watch as this sphere of darkness appears around him and everyone within that sphere. Draw the circle. Darkness with the spell. How big is this dark?
God damn, how many actions does this man get? Good lord.
More than all of us.
No. 15-foot radius. Okay, that's not too bad.
I thought you were going to say he gets 15 attacks. Scrolls. I was like, Jesus.
These goddamn coin scrolls.
Need to get me one of them.
This would be centered.
I'm
centered in on himself. But there you go. So you Calamity, just sphere of darkness just rushes into your face, and you're like, "What the fuck?" You can't see anything. Pitch black. That's his turn. Camilla, you're up.
Lovely.
You're blinded. You can still attack. You have disadvantage, but you can still attack.
Oh, okay.
You can still move. You know there's 2 figures in front of you and Arnox to your left.
I'm stabbing in front of me.
All right, you have disadvantage.
That guy, so
yeah, so you technically just roll straight.
Yeah, just a raw neutral roll.
There's a 26 hit.
Yes, a 26 hits. Holy shit.
That'll do it.
I'd be sad if a 26 didn't hit.
You can still sneak attack this guy too. Oh, that's funny.
So 9 and 16?
Mm-hmm.
16 is enough to kill him on that last hit.
Hell
Yay!
yeah.
That's exactly what you needed.
Fuck that guy.
That is not elegant at all. I'm just like waving my sword in front of me.
Okay.
Waving, you just happen to like hit his artery.
Anything else?
Are you moving or anything?
No, I'll stay here.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't see where you're going anyway.
Now, yep. His turn. Let's see. He was told to run for the portal. Run for it. He is.
He might trigger a few of these.
He dashes. Does not disengage. So Arnok, you do get an attack of opportunity.
I'll take it.
Yo, who else gets an attack of opportunity?
21 to hit.
21 hits.
7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 damage.
He's still alive.
Son of a bitch.
Camilla would also get one, yes.
She would. Wow.
This one is.
You're blind. You have disadvantage on him.
You do actually suffer consequences on this one.
I hear movement in front of me. I'm stabbing.
Exactly. Godspeed. Yeah,
It's a 10 hit.
10 does not hit. No.
It's not a nat one.
Nice try. Okay. Branch and Arnok, you watch as he just barrel rolls straight into the sphere of darkness, and without like he's not slowing.
Just full tilt.
Full tilt, heads on in. You have no idea why or how. You're like, what the fuck? Arnok, it's your turn. You can see Calamity's halfway covered, like half his body is in darkness, but you have no idea.
It's confusing here.
Throw that breath weapon again. Straight line.
Okay. Remember, you cannot see them.
But I did see the portal go up, right?
Well, you didn't see the pass wall that they did. You saw them. You heard him say, "Everyone through the portal."
Oh, you were still at the back of the stairs.
Oh yeah, I'm at the back.
Yeah, so you wouldn't. You have no idea where it is, but somewhere in the darkness area, you're assuming.
That cone does a pretty good job of covering most of the darkness area.
Yeah. So the cone would hit the Bandit Deceiver for sure.
Oh, centered right on me. I'd be right there.
Yep. So you'd hit at least one.
All right, I'll take one.
Okay. It's a Dex save for it.
Yes, sir. 15.
Whew. That's a big roll.
He made it.
So I'll take 8.
8.
As much as if you'd failed the last one.
You hear him cry out in pain of, "Oh, fuck!"
Yeah, fuck you, Deceiver.
Melting his ass off.
But, yep.
And then I will use a bonus action for healing word on calamities.
Okay.
Yay!
He lives.
More.
Gain 9.
All right, Branch, you're up.
Enough to live through the next one.
Hey man, that was almost max right there. That was 4 and a 3.
Oof, nice.
Can I just a quick question? If I'm holding someone or holding on to someone and I cast etherealness or ethereal step, do they come with me or no?
They do not. No.
Okay. Good to know.
Yo. This kind of helps for this though, too.
Well, that does put a damper on what I plan on doing, but it's fine. let's see. I will. Okay, I will rush in to
Okay.
this orb of darkness.
Yeah, you can't see a thing. Just pure darkness.
Once I'm in it, can I see what's inside, or is it still just pure darkness?
Pure darkness. You cannot see anything.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep going forward until I run into something or I can see something.
You run into the two
Hell
cultists.
yeah.
So we'll put you here, but you run into the two of them and they kind of push you back. And the statue that's there. Like they're trying to wiggle behind the statue at the moment and
You
they
just barrel
push
in.
you. Yeah, you
Like,
just
where the
barrel
fuck are
in.
you?
Clunk.
Where these
I
bitches
see.
at?
All right. So I bump into him. When I bump into them, I'm gonna use my bonus action to put Hunter's Mark on the cultist.
I don't think you can. I think you have to see them.
Oh,
That's a good
I wasn't
question.
aware I couldn't
Spell
see them when I
usually
was up
says-
close.
Yeah, you can't. It's complete darkness. You are blinded. You have the condition blind. Is what it
Yes, you
is.
do have to see
Okay.
them for Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay. Well,
You can do other things that don't require sight.
yes.
Giggity.
All right.
Like proposition.
Mm.
Well, I'm going to
20 gold's
I'm gonna
valuable, right?
swing at wherever he last where I last felt him to be, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you can swing at one of them. You have
It would be a
disadvantage.
disadvantage, right?
Yeah, disadvantage, but you can still swing.
So that's a 16 to hit.
For the miss.
Shoot. Okay.
Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong one. That's a hit. I apologize.
Okay. Okay, so that's 14 damage. I'm gonna use my second attack to do the same.
Okay. Do me a favor. I want you to roll a d4.
That's a 4.
Okay. Okay.
You accidentally stab Calamities.
I don't know.
No, you don't stab Calamities. Okay. You want to keep swinging? You can.
Yes, I'm going to keep swinging.
You still have disadvantage.
Okay. And I'm gonna hit again. Oh wow! Rolled right off the 20 onto this. So that one misses, and I will use my bonus action for 2-weapon fighting, and try and swing with my dagger instead.
Okay.
Which is a 19.
Okay.
And
roll a d6 for me here. Or I'm sorry, not a d6, a d4.
Okay. That's a 4 again.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Okay.
Or you already did. It was 10. 10. That's right.
Yeah, 10 plus the 14.
Okay. Got it. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's all.
All right. Calamities, you're up.
Okay.
Branch, you do hear a body hit the floor, by the way.
Oh, nice.
In front. I won't tell you which one. You can't see it. You have no idea.
Get the bodies.
Yeah,
well, I'm still doing what I'm doing because if the wrong one hit the floor, it matters more than if I shoot into empty space.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So I'm going to attempt to fire straight ahead at the cultists since I haven't moved at all, and I'm assuming he's still standing in the same place. I just can't see shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take a bonus action steady aim because this would be normally disadvantaged, right?
Yep, because you're blind.
So raw neutral. B, I'm doing this with an arrow +3.
Okay.
So C, that is a 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
For
Where you think would hit.
Yeah, okay. Rerolled, so that is 11. And I would be triggering my warp wind thing on this.
Okay.
For, what is that? 16, yeah. I believe that is what I have for that. Let's see, bonus action, shot my bow. Yeah, it sounds about right.
Okay. That brings it to one of them, or one of the bandits. You do hear him shout, "He's down, he's down!" And you hear another one go, "Quick, bring him through, drag him, drag him!" And then seem to go through the door. And that's all you see or hear. Camilla, it's your turn. The blindness goes away. What do you want to do?
I am running to the secret door. 30 takes me there, and then I'm going to dash. I think get me to like.
Do you do anything? Or just dash?
Oh shoot! Is this the door?
Well, there's a door, but there's something there. Yes. Do you remember? I'm not going to help you guys with any of this. It's important.
Yeah, a little bit.
Gold sleeps beneath the oak tree.
Good job. You did
it.
You run through, you get to the door, the locked door. It looks locked, but you go to open it and it opens you don't have to like hold a key to it or anything. All right, so there's one other thing. Do you remember what the other thing is with the doors?
I'm gonna shut it behind me.
Very good. You're good.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
I think that's as far as I can get.
Yeah.
But you could dash again because you're a rogue and you're cool like that. Yeah, you have a bonus action dash, but you can also use your action to dash.
Yeah. So if you bonus action dash, you could get where the secret door is, but you wouldn't be able to open it because that's an action to try and open the door.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just stand outside.
Okay. You run, burst full speed to where the door is. You kind of put your hand on the wall, looking for the mechanism, or trying to at that point. Let's see. Bandit goes. Double check one thing. Yeah, he does that. Come here. Some people around. Okay. Arnok, your turn. What do you want to do?
I will move towards the hallway. Gold rests beneath the oak. That was what, 5, 10, 15, 30. That'll get me right there.
Okay.
And then that'll be it.
All right. Branch, you're up. You heard some shuffling in front of you and then silence. Like there were some voices that cut off. But you still can't see anything. What would you like to do, Branch?
Being inside of the blind orb, I can still know where I'm going, or do I just kind of have to like feel the wall until I?
You have to feel the wall. You are completely blind. It's like somebody put blindfold over your eyes. You literally cannot see anything.
All right, I'm going to feel the wall then until I can see, and I'm just gonna hug it until I bump into Arnok.
Okay. Are you going to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, "What's up, Arnok?" And then I wanna scoot by him. I'm gonna say, "Gold sleeps beneath the oak tree."
Okay. You were supposed to say that before you came down the hallway, but I'll let it slide.
Yeah, gotcha.
You did remember, so I'll let it slide. You can
Thank you.
open the door and walk through the door if you want.
All right, and then I'll close it behind me.
Okay.
Just right in Arnold's face.
Here you go. All right, Arnold. He's walking down the hallway. I'm running. No, I'm there first, bitch.
And then I'll meet Camilla. Just kind of like chill there until I figure out what she's doing.
All right. Then that's Calamity's turn.
Okay, so I saw the portal go out.
Yes,
Can
you
I
saw the
just,
portal
like,
appear on the wall. Yep.
go directly forward and attempt to feel out if it's still there?
It is gone.
Okay.
We'll move you to
So
15 feet. You get there, and the wall is solid. There's nothing there anymore. Portal's gone.
Okay. Use another 15 feet to walk, back to where I was so I don't get lost.
Okay.
And then feline agility, so that's another 30. Gold sleeps beneath the oak tree. Gets me to here. It's 15. 20, 25. Open, close door.
Arnok's like, you fuckers!
Fucking
I'm
guys.
trying to go through this thing.
A bonus action dash so that I'm up here.
Okay.
And then, is Camilla... No, Camilla wouldn't be fiddling with the portal yet. So I still
She's
wouldn't
gotten
be...
there, like she's getting her hands on the hand. We're all trying to figure out where the door is.
Oh, okay. I still have an action. Can I use it for anything here?
Yeah, so if you want to make a perception check to try and find the door, you may. Oh, you have
Sure.
advantage because she told you it was there before.
I will try my best.
Okay.
I am...
Oh,
Fuck it. Heroic inspiration.
okay.
Let's try that again. I like how they changed it too. It's nicer to just be... Okay, that's better.
Well, so you only roll one. You don't re-roll your thing.
Oh, okay. So you roll one of the advantage die again?
You just roll one die again, and you take whatever that roll is.
I see, I see. In that case.
Do you want to just save it for now?
I suppose so.
Okay, so you still have it. All right. Let me roll something real quick. All right, Camilla, it's your turn. You hear commotion on the other side of the wall.
I am investigating this door.
Okay. Roll. So you know where the door is. So you don't have to find it. Roll an investigation. You do have advantage.
Fedman, if the DC on that perception check was 15, this matters. If not, doesn't.
It was not 15.
Okay, cool.
No, you guys are starting to get to some higher DCs. 15.
I believe it is. Just make
18.
Sure. 18 will do it on the investigation here. So you find that there is a set of stones to your left that is almost like a passcode. You push a couple of them in and you hear a click. The door will now open. So that was your action to unlock the door. So you can open the door and still move, but you just can't do any attacks, is what it is.
Breach and clear.
Yeah, I'm opening the door.
Okay. You guys watch as the door kind of shifts in and then slides into the wall. To the right. So you can now see, and I was totally going to make this like, let me do this so you guys can see kind of this at the moment. Something of that degree. Are you going to move in? You see one of the guys, he's got a coin on the, or he's got like this like open, it's almost like a 10-foot, not even 10 feet. It's probably about 5 is what he's opened it up to, but it's a black sphere on the ground. And you just see things of gold just shooting into it, like shooting stars are just coming out of these chests and pouring into this hole, into this black hole on the ground in front of him. He kind of looks back at you and is like, oh shit. But that's it. You gonna move into the room, Camilla, or anything?
I'm gonna Draconic Cry
Okay.
as a bonus action.
Sure.
Heck yeah.
Now we have advantage against those two.
Excellent, excellent. All right. Well, it is one of the bandit captain's turns. He is. You see him move kind of off to the side, and he shouts, "Screw this! It ain't worth it." And he puts his hand into like the edge, and he watches the coins stop. They just kind of start shattering, or like bouncing across the ground. And you see there's a couple of actually gold bars, gold and platinum bars that just kind of bounce around. And he takes the edges of this hole and he folds it until it forms back into the coin. And he holds up his hand, and you watch as a portal, not like one of the portals that you saw before, the hole in the wall essentially forms. That'd be here. Kind of here, but it's going angled upward, and you can see up into the night sky. Or let me double check. I don't think that maybe I did that right. That far? I think it's that far. Pretty sure. Yes, it is 20 feet. You see, you hear and you can hear animals outside from where it is. But that's it. He does that. He doesn't move any further because he can't move. He's done all of his stuff. Arnok, it's your turn.
Bitch.
I can't open this door because the other door's open. That would be a problem.
But you don't know that.
Yeah.
We also don't know if that applies to this store.
Chances and choices and all of that.
Choices indeed.
What do you want to do?
Crap.
I
mean, I don't know about the door,
you
like
don't.
opening and closing the doors. So I guess
That's
I'm just gonna
plausible,
open
but
the
not
door.
guilty.
You step in and boom, the door slams behind you. The front door, the door in front of the wall for the treasure room slams shut and locks, and a trap triggers. I need everyone in all 4 of you to make, if I can find the right one I'm looking for, a dexterity saving throw for me as these jets of fire begin to shoot down from the ceiling.
How does an 18 do?
18 will do. 12.
Okay.
12 does not.
Oh.
10 does not.
23.
23 will. All right. So these jets of fire deal 12. Oh my god, I rolled really low for that. 12 fire damage if you failed, and half that if you succeed.
Cool. So Camilla, we don't take anything.
Yeah.
I would have
You guys
preferred
managed to jump back. Now these doors are locked, magically sealed for 10 minutes.
Oh shit.
Calamities, you would be aware, just so you know, like the entire hallway to your south is also fire. Jets of fire.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, if you guys go to move, you will have to make dexterity saving throws. So, but you guys are just kind of stationary against the wall, going like, "Fuck, shit, we can't do anything."
Well, that's going to be my turn. There's fuck all else I can do.
Branch, what do you want to do?
What spells to say?
Okay, I'm gonna cast Etherealness.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems good.
I'm trying to reread the spell again.
Yeah.
So
you
you ignore all objects and effects that aren't on the ethereal plane.
Yeah. So you jump into the ethereal plane. It's just for
8 hours.
Well, so as a bonus action, you cast the Thermal Spell in a spell slot, but the spell ends at the end of your current turn.
Okay.
But like,
That's
that
right.
works.
So you have never stepped into the ethereal plane before, have you?
I've done it a few times.
Done a few times. Okay, so you're kind of familiar with it at this point. You jump into the ethereal plane. As you do, everybody kind of becomes ghost-like to you. The world kind of has this almost white and grayish tinge to it. You can pass through solid objects. You know this. So the fire, like you shift where the fire is, and it's just doesn't touch you. It's like it's not even there. You feel a slight breeze from it. But that's it. So if you want to walk through the any of the sealed doors, you can. It's just whoop.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna walk straight through a wall and into the room.
Okay.
I'm just gonna assume I can't even open it from the inside.
You cannot. No.
So I'm just gonna try and stop whatever is going on here.
Okay. So are you going here or here?
Sorry. You said here or where?
So either here, where you are, where I put you,
or I think I'm gonna go in the corner.
Okay. So two things happen. So I'm gonna move your character back. So you step through the wall. That's 10 feet of movement. You go to step through this, and you hit a wall. And you're like, what the fuck? And you can see that there is this translucent, almost glass-like barrier that's there. You can't push through it for whatever reason, but you can walk through them and move to here. No problem.
Okay. Weird. Where'd you say the barrier was?
So these blacks, like
those. Okay, gotcha.
Wherever that is, it's a transparent wall.
Okay, interesting.
So are those their like coin hole things?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's something else.
Oh god, I just realized I'm stuck in here with these guys for the next 10 minutes. All right. Well, if I choose to leave, the ethereal.
Well, the spell ends at the end of your turn.
There's also this 20-foot tunnel.
If I choose to never end my turn, then
yeah. So this guy, the bandit captain, made a tunnel that's 20 feet. It leads to the surface. So you're not necessarily trapped right now.
Yeah.
You will be trapped when he makes it through, assuming he makes it through and then closes it.
Yes.
So I think what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to exit the ethereal realm at this point.
Okay.
I'm going to grapple the bandit captain.
Okay.
And I'm going to... Okay. Like just an unarmed strike.
Yeah. So just be a normal attack and unarmed.
I thought you could grapple with like a whatever the fuck.
I think you
attack.
can. It's just a weapon attack. Yeah.
That's the element of
I think
surprise.
you just roll like normal, and then
You just roll like normal. Yeah.
All right, so that's a 21.
21 will hit him. So you grapple him. You kind of grab on.
And then I'm gonna attempt to throw both of us into his portal.
Okay. So it's not really a portal necessarily. It's just a passageway. So it goes up through the dirt and through the ground. It's just a hole in the ground essentially. There's a magical like sphere around it, like on the outside. It's like a tube essentially, or a square. He formed it into a tube, but you could be a square or a tube, and it just goes up to the surface.
Gotcha.
So you can walk on it, drag him. He wants to go up, so he's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But he's gonna go with you. He doesn't struggle with that. Is that what you're gonna do? You're just gonna kind of drag him up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just drag him up then.
So you have half your movement speed. So you moved 15, 20, 25 to get where you are now. So you have another 15 feet with your base movement.
Can I activate feline agility? And increase that.
Is that?
It's not an.
It's just a special.
Oh yeah. It's just a special. Yeah, go for it. As long as there's no bonus action to it, you're fine.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that and just try and drag him, get him away from everyone else.
Okay. So that would get you. So we'll say 25 feet. So. So we'll put you both there. You guys are up kind of on top of out of the building or from the vault area. And you are at this moment kind of at the back side of the building. Or I'm sorry, it would be the right side of the building. I'm thinking of the map differently. So you're actually right next to where the symbol is, ironically enough.
Oh.
Anything else?
Yes, definitely. All right, so I see him, right?
I mean, you've got it. You're holding on to him.
Okay, gotcha. So
you're right in his face, literally.
All right, I'm in his face. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him, not letting him leave my sight.
Well, so that's a bonus action. You already did a bonus action if you're a little step. You can't do two.
Oh, I thought that was just an action.
Nope, it's a bonus action for ethereal step.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind then. Okay, then. Cool. Okay, so then I still just have one more attack. I suppose I will just I'm just gonna hit him in the head with my cat claw.
Okay. You have an advantage, so make an attack. If you're just hitting with your fist, it would just be a unarmed attack. You definitely hit for 21. Or no, there we go. 15. 15 hits, exactly what you need.
Perfect. It does 7 damage.
Okay. He's still conscious, still kicking.
Okay. All right, that's my turn.
All right. Calamities, it's your turn.
Yeah, I don't have etherealness or anything like that, so I guess I just vibe.
Okay.
There's not really anything else to do.
All right. He sees Branch continue up. He's kind of like the deceiver character is like, okay, I don't know why he did that. Very weird. He casts a spell on you, Branch. Because he can see you. He casts Hold Person. You have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh God. Wisdom not my strong. Oh, that's a 18.
You are fine. You made your save.
Ha!
Okay.
Can't hold nothing.
He kind of sees you resist it, and then that's it. He just kind of moves to there. That's all he does. It's the fiendest cultist who stands up, runs blood off his face, and kind of looks up at Branch. And well, he can't do anything. He says, he just kind of laughs at you, and he says, "What, are you gonna hold on to him this whole time, kitty cat?" And then he just turns and he puts his own coin down, and Branch, as you watch as he puts his coin down, it unfolds into like a black hole essentially on the ground, and all those bars that have been skittering about start shaking and then flying into the hole.
Oh my god.
Camilla, your turn.
I saw that.
I take Severin out of the bag.
Branch.
You take Severin out of the bag. He's like, "Why the fuck?" You take him out and you put him right under the fire, and he's just like, "Why are you doing this to me?" He's immune to fire, so he doesn't do anything. But
Severin, fix this.
You're telling him to fix this.
I don't know what spells he has.
Oh my
We
god!
don't talk about these things. In
I
character.
told you, you guys can look at his sheets. We'll put him
In
there.
character, we don't talk about these things. I don't know what the fuck he can do as calamities.
Shit, I gotta pull the character sheet up now. Add to combat. Come on, there you go. Monster stat block.
Anyways.
There, I just pulled it up. Put it in Discord again. There you go.
Just links. Okay.
I mean, even he's like, he doesn't have much for this.
Damn it, Severin, why don't you have knock?
He doesn't have knock, no.
Why do you have all this whack shit?
Yeah, he just kind of looks at you and says, "What am I supposed to do about this?" I will roll an Arcana check for him. He rolled a 1. He just kind of floats up to the wall, and he says, "Ooh, it's magically sealed."
Hold on. Can we?
Hmm?
Can I give Severin my inspiration for the Arcana check?
I mean, I guess he does technically have Misty Step. Oh, he has to see it, so he can't go through that way.
Yeah, Misty Step doesn't work.
I mean, if you
Close
want
your eyes and hope for the best.
Yeah.
It won't work. Unfortunately, the spell requires you to be able to see.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to give him the inspiration, sure.
Can I give him guidance?
I don't see
It wouldn't
anything.
matter. He rolled a 1.
I don't see anything on his sheet that's gonna get through any of this. So. Yeah. No, that's fine.
Okay. All right, Camilla, that was your turn.
So
Pulling Severin out.
One of the dead guy's coins, but we cannot.
There are no dead guys in this room.
Exactly. Can't go back.
Except for us.
I'm fine where I am.
Anything else for you, Camilla?
Can he try gusts of wind?
You're just gonna
Or would these not fall under the 50% chance to extinguish?
They would not. They're literally flame jets just pouring out of the ceiling. If you want to try and disarm the trap, I will let you do that.
Oh, yeah, how strong is Severin? None. Okay.
Physically strong, none. He is like as low a strength score as he can have.
Wait, why do you need to?
Literally 1.
So he can pick me up and float me up to the way the trap is.
No, you wouldn't have to do that.
I don't think you did.
No.
Oh, it's out of the walls, not the.
You don't gotta get all.
Well, they're coming from the ceiling, but you can. The trap is part of the wall too.
Yeah, there are pipes and shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't just appear.
Yeah, so the only requirement I have
Let's
for
make
it
sure
is
the
you have to
first-
have thieves' tools. So if you don't have thieves' tools, you can't do it.
Probably do. I don't see why you would have taken that off of your sheet.
You have it. I see
I
them.
do have them. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come with
You would
rogue, so there's not
roll.
really any reason to.
So it's
Is there something else I can help with?
No, Siri, there's not.
Mhm.
Nosy bitch.
This motherfucker.
All right, so you
I was
roll.
like, oh my god, Taffy can
Maybe
speak.
I'll make it a sleight of hand check.
Ooh. So you're using thieves' tools to make the check with sleight of hand?
Yes.
Well, that means you have advantage, Camilla.
Oh my god.
Because you're proficient.
Was it 26?
26. Plenty high. You needed a 20.
Oh man.
But you managed to wiggle your tools in and find several sections of pipe. And you can hear, like, you managed to wiggle in just between the stones, and you see one of them, and you pull a wire, and you watch as the pipe kind of twists slightly, and the jets get weaker, and you keep pulling, and they get weaker and weaker until you watch the pipe kind of twist and then snap, and you hear the gas just shooting out inside the wall. But the fires go out. So you guys can move.
All right, time to blow this shit up.
Yeah. So you can move, but the physical doors are still magically sealed.
So being magically sealed simply means we can't, like, pick them open or anything like that. Can we physically destroy the door?
You haven't tried.
Oh, that's worth a shot. I can't do it. You're our best
I
shot
definitely can.
at that.
I mean, if anyone has a chance, it's me.
Yeah, you're our best shot at
I'm
just...
not going to say yes or no until you say you want to try. So,
Not my turn.
All right.
Why
All
not
right,
try
Camilla,
the wall
anything?
next to the door? You know the doors are magic. Is the wall reinforced?
It's a stone wall. It's
It'd be pretty
like
fucking
worth
tough.
stone, but it's
I think it'd be harder than the door.
It'd be a lot harder. Unless the spell... Like, well, I think it's worth trying the door first.
I didn't bring my dynamite.
Okay.
Sorry.
The walls are maybe full of gas now, so that could be fun. But
Even
we'll deal with
better.
that when we get there.
boom, blow
We'll
up.
burn that bridge when we come to it.
Exactly.
All right, Bandit Captain turn. He is gonna try to escape your grapple check. He breaks free, Branch. It's a
Ow.
23.
You sick son of a turd.
And he is going to dash
Son of a bitch.
away. Or actually, wait, let me double check. I don't know if he has that. He does not. He's just going to run. So he moves.
Stab him. Stab him.
Yeah, so you mean you get your attack.
Stab him, Branch.
Attack.
Stab him.
Stab him.
Stab him.
It's nighttime, right?
It's an opportunity attack is what it is.
Oh yeah, I was just asking if it was nighttime. That's all.
Yeah,
It is, yes.
Because the special sword I have, I can only use it in the dark.
Yeah, it's like 3 in the morning at this point.
Oh, perfect.
pretty dark.
It's a 16.
16 will hit.
He's got to be low.
And then 14.
Low. He's at 2 hit points now.
Ah!
Oh,
Or
Do you want
5
to knock
hit
him
points.
out, or do you want to kill him?
Not quite how do you want to kill him, but close. So 25. He is technically 30 feet, so I would just put him here. But he's off the edge of the map, technically, at this point. Severin's turn. He's just going to be like, yeah, guys, cool, good job. Arnok.
Yeah, guys, cool, good job indeed.
Okay.
So we'll move Severin down here. Just floats
Okay.
away.
Sure.
Can I get to this door that's in front of Camilla? Okay.
Yeah, so you and Camilla could switch places in this case.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna
Just
whip out
drive
the
past.
portable ram, and I'm gonna try and go through that door.
Okay. You slam the ram into the door. It doesn't budge. There's not even a scratch. There is no way that you will get through this door with it magically sealed.
Well, it was
I
worth
timed
trying.
both
So.
walls.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Then Branch, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. All right. First things first. I am aiming at the bandit captain with my bow.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Go for it.
Does a 20 hit?
20 hit.
It says 12 damage.
Okay. He dies, or he falls unconscious. They'll say he dies. He's
Okay.
dead. And
Kind of ghost.
yeah.
And then
the portal disappears behind you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That checks out.
That was his portal.
Right.
Yep.
So
Right.
Speed Branch.
So, like, is there like a split second as the arrows flying
Mhm.
where I can use my bonus action to Misty Step
Ooh.
back into the room before the portal closes?
That sounds pretty wild.
I will say sure, because it could be entertaining.
Yeah. Okay.
Or if you want, I can like roll for it.
No, I'm gonna let you do it.
Hell
All right,
yeah,
hell
man.
yeah.
for it.
All right, so I'm a
Fucking
Misty
send
Step.
Yeah.
Get back in there.
So that's my bonus action and one attack. Where is the
Yeah, you
Misty
still
Step?
got another.
There we go. Okay. All right. Let's step back in. Thought
Yeah,
you
look at
seen
that.
the last of me, didn't you?
Mhm.
And then
Good times.
I'm going to attack the cultist again.
Okay.
I believe.
We believe in you, Branch.
You can do it.
27 to hit
Woo!
7 will hit.
with 8 necrotic damage.
Decent hit. For
He's
roll.
still alive.
Oh, curse you.
Who the fuck was down?
He has literally 1 hit point.
God damn it! Wait a
Oh
minute.
my gosh.
Hold
I
on.
had to roll minimum
What?
damage. didn't I?
You had to roll minimum damage? No, fuck that. Take my inspiration. Roll that shit again.
No, you cannot give him your inspiration in this case. You
Wait.
can't see him.
What? How the hell
No.
am I supposed to give him inspiration ever? That doesn't make sense.
I mean, for the fact that you wouldn't even know how many hit points he had left unless I told you. So no.
Yeah, that's not my
I
bad.
will veto that because I told you how many
I'm
hit
not
points.
the one who said how many hit points he has left.
Yeah, but I also get to choose who gets the heroic inspiration, and I'm saying you can't give it to him at this point.
That's not how rules work.
Hey, the DM makes the rules.
No, I don't make
Branch,
the
throw the
rules,
eggs.
Depends on the rule.
Throw the eggs, Branch. Throw the eggs.
but
Oh, God.
They smell
well, it is now
the
Poloni's
cooking.
turn anyways.
All right, let me. Yeah, no, literally the best idea I have here is blowing up the wall. So
Oh no.
I've got a tinderbox.
I mean, same.
Are you gonna literally try and blow up the wall?
Oh no.
What the fuck else am I gonna do? Everybody get the fuck out of here.
Where are we gonna
Everyone's still
go?
here. Exactly.
We're underground.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it. I mean, I might be okay.
If you're okay, we're fine. So you can heal us.
I
Sounds
mean,
like this is a bad idea.
oh.
I'm going where Severin's at, all the way down this hallway.
Camilla's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, I see literally no other way through this. What
This is why I told you guys about the doors beforehand.
But I didn't know about the
there was
doors.
literally no way in character to counteract this, so
Yeah.
it was either metagame it or this happens.
Yep. because I didn't know about the doors, and
yeah, you just didn't know
You
the
were
hidden
all-
door was open.
Yeah.
There was no way for you to know that.
Yep.
We just had to let Arnott go first.
Yeah. Or just wait for the fucking door. God damn it!
Listen, we don't wait for anything around here, and I think
You know,
Edwin knew that. When
I
design-
feel like
Wait
we were.
for no man.
I feel like we were set up.
I'm not gonna be shamed for falling into this man's fucking house of horrors that he specifically set up, not accounting for people having bullshit scrolls of go wherever I want.
Well, now you know how they're getting in and out of places without triggering alarms.
Exactly.
Oh God!
They got like
Maybe if this
framed
guy's
Roger
security
Rabbit powers.
system wasn't so dog shit, he'd be
Still-
okay.
And
Oh,
hired
no,
a
dog
dog
shit
shit
alarm.
wizard.
This is awful. Like, oh boy, you trapped me in a hallway. Congratulations. If I can fucking go through walls, you know, like a lot of magic does at higher levels, it doesn't matter. What an awful security system. I hate
I think
this
the
man.
wizard's in on the scam.
100%.
Wizards in on
The
it.
wizard probably
Yeah.
just thinks, I mean,
That's what I
whatever
first
you're
thought.
paying me.
I'm gonna
But,
melt
like,
his
I
face
don't
off when we
think-
get out of here.
Whatever you're paying me.
I bet you once I kill the cultist, he's going
Okay.
to. It's gonna morph
I'm
into
not
the
gonna
orc.
blow it up yet. However, I would like to use an oil flask.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see here. Splash, throw it up to 20 feet, make a ranged attack, blah, 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 blah. That's not what I want to do. How much can I cover in oil if I just pour it?
That's a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
Unless it says otherwise, it's 5 foot. I'm pretty positive it's 5 foot.
I would like to, like, douse the wall in front of me.
Okay. Easy
Which
enough.
you know, whatever drips onto the floor, if anything, doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
As
no,
long
it'll be
as
fine.
the wall is... Okay, that's an action. Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Book it.
Bitch!
I'm not doing it! I don't have an action! It's covered in oil now. It's prepped.
It's ready.
Oh,
All right.
Guess I know what I'm doing.
The deceiver's turn.
Oh boy!
And damn you, Branch, for making your good save.
Hell yeah, Branch.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my god, Severn goes before Arnott.
Oh.
Severin, you fucking better not.
All right, Branch. He's gonna just use his. He's gonna step kind of here. He's gonna switch spots because they're gonna go on the same turn. So they'll flip
That's fair.
locations.
Flip for now.
Flip for now, and he's gonna make his attacks. He gets 3 dagger attacks. I with my dagger.
No.
Bandit Deceiver, stop this.
That's
All
right.
right. First one, 10 to hit.
That will not
That's
hit.
pretty bad.
20 for the second hit. It's not
That
natural
hits.
20.
Okay.
And a
Thanks.
10 for the third one.
That's pretty
So
bad.
I take the 20.
No, you take 18 points of damage total. It's
Ooh.
8 piercing and 10 poison damage.
Oh
Good
shit!
lord, this man has like the Giga Poison.
No, these are the 2024 monsters.
Yeah.
I
They're
know,
all
I just mean
harder.
that my basic poison does, I don't know, like 1d4. He's
Everything's
got the
giga.
Giga Poison.
Yeah.
2024, everything's giga except for you.
Yep. All right. So that's his turn. His you notice on his portal, the thing on the ground, the coins stop filling it, and you can now see that there is a layer of gold bars and coins that are filling it. It's a 5-foot sphere area. It's just the float. It's on the ground at the moment. It's like he has to walk over and physically fold it up. You saw the other guy do. All right, the fiend guy is up. He is also going to flip the switch. Haha, flip spaces.
Godspeed, Branch.
And he is going to attack you with his
Godspeed.
roll. 22 for the first one.
Oh, that'll hit.
13 for the second.
Oh my god, he missed.
That will not do it.
Okay.
10 for the third
Oh
one.
my god, he missed too.
Yes.
Holy
Yes.
crap.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh.
That's 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
and
And
13
13
fire
fire
damage.
damage.
300
Oh
fire
my
damage.
God.
Oh god.
What are you at, Branch?
I'm at 11 HP.
Oh, you are a lucky son of a gun.
I am.
The fiends,
Yeah.
his hole continues to fill up with items, and I will tell you this much: you can see that the hole's about 5 feet deep. So the fiends is about half full at this point.
Gosh. Okay.
Camilla, Severn, and Arnok, you're up.
I'm gonna let Arnok run back to us.
Okay.
Oh.
How long's that line, Arnok?
I mean, if you
Oh.
guys really want, Severn can quite literally run up and light the thing on fire. He's immune to fire damage.
Oh yeah, true. Severin, what are you doing back here?
Yeah,
I mean, he also has
Send Severn.
fire eyes, so like he could do it at range. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, send Severn.
okay, well,
Severn
just
can
like
go.
everybody get as far away as you can then.
I softball pitch Severin up to the door.
God damn it! Just
All
let
right.
him use the eyes.
We'll,
It's okay.
we'll just move everybody to the very back, or wherever you want to go.
I'm gonna go
I
with
like
the
this
holy
option.
zone. Yeah, I'm gonna go
Softball
hang out
punt.
with the religious shrine and hope for the best.
Okay.
I start praying.
Okay.
Like,
Do you
whoever
offer
you are.
anything in prayer? Or like there's
Holy
a small little
shit.
bowl.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll throw down 2 rations and a crowbar.
Okay. This is the
Camilla.
god of fate, mind you, by the way.
The god of fate.
He's the
Oh,
god of
God.
good luck and fate, is what it is.
Oh my god, I put down my crystal ball.
Holy shit! The whole thing.
So this is stuff that you are putting down as an offering to the god.
Like, they're
meaning
gonna
you're
take
not
it.
gonna take it back.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're offering up 2,700 gold.
No, the crystal ball is only 1,800.
You're offering up
Only-
1,800 gold. You realize you
Yeah.
could get this thing probably like 50 gold, and that's still a shit ton, right?
Yeah, I'm giving it 1,800 gold.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, it's done. Calamity,
Gotta
are you
fate,
gonna
it's a
hang
crystal
out
ball.
there?
That's
Are
not
you
my
gonna hang
turn.
out there or what? What are you doing?
Me?
Goodbye, crystal ball.
I guess. I guess I'll hang out here with the $1,800 off.
All right, are you gonna offer
That
anything?
should cover all of us.
It was-
No, it's just for
individually,
you. It's
you
your
guys
discount.
offering. What do you
Group
mean?
discount.
But what if I'm
I'm
praying for
asking
all of us?
individually. So,
I'm
Calamity,
gonna
if you
get
just want to go,
50
no, that's
gold
fine.
like
You don't
not
have
a
to.
madman.
You can do whatever you want.
They can have $50 from me.
Okay.
It's like a gym membership. Am I allowed to bring a guest?
No, it's the gods.
You guys
Who
are just
gave
like
it
praying to the gods,
$1,800?
please, fate, don't kill us. Put this here.
All right. Well, I got health potions, so
Fucking
if I make it out, it's
$1,800.
fine.
Severin
drink?
floats down and he's like, all right, guys, 3, 2, boom. You got a little too close.
Yeah, that makes
You
sense.
hear and feel it like there's a rumbling, hollow thud of an explosion, and you feel the ceiling start to shake, and you feel the heat as this flame, kind of like movie style,
Yeah.
down, starts flying towards you, and you hear the rubble of something collapse down at the end of the hallway, where Severin is. You're not sure if he made it out okay.
I don't know. Why did he go all the way up there?
Camilla softball punted him there. So
All
Oh my
deep.
god. Oh, Camilla, you mean person.
So
Severin.
here's what else happens. Camilla, is you guys are like, oh shit. You feel the heat and you feel something else happening. The air is being sucked away by the fire from this. And you start to all oh god, we're gonna get like you're running out of air to breathe. And the shrine behind you begins to glow.
1,800 gold worth of air.
And you hear, Camilla, in your head, you hear a voice, something divine, and it says, "You have returned something of value of mine. Thank you. may luck and fate be in your favor.
That makes so much sense.
And the room you're in is sealed. You see this aura appear around you, and you all can breathe again. Camilla, you gain luck. You get 1 free luck point a day permanently.
Hell yeah.
The rest of you are like feel blessed, so you all have blessed for 24 hours.
Yo, fuck yeah.
So, but Camilla, you have luck.
Just permanently.
Permanently. Yeah. So it's a feat. So you should be able to add it. It's you only get 1 luck die per day, is what it is.
Yeah, it's just
slightly weaker. So if there's a version for that, you would get that, is what it is.
I don't know if there is.
I see lucky.
Yeah, lucky is a proficiency bonus to add 1.
Oh.
Hi, Taffy. You have slept like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it's 3 points. Whoops.
I don't know that one exists. You might just have to like add a note or something and be like, can only use 1 per day.
Yeah, so you can add it and then just put a note, blessing of Savars.
This makes sense. The crystal ball. I gotta say, did you big brain that, Camilla, or did you just put it there because it was worth a bunch of money?
No, I put it there because it was a crystal ball.
Yeah, because it was okay.
Because first I was like, oh, I have this pretty silver mirror, and then I was like, oh wait.
The god of fate.
The god of fate. You returned the crystal ball that sees things. Divination.
Big brained it.
All right.
Medina's bacon from Skyrim.
Yeah, Branch, it is now technically your turn. You must make a dexterity saving throw for me here.
Godspeed, buddy.
It's a 14.
Not enough. You unfortunately get knocked prone and are going to take 3d6 damage, which is 10 damage.
Oh!
You are prone, but still conscious, and it's your turn.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Let me roll for the others because they got to make
God of fate.
That's a mysterious one.
Fine, but he takes 5 damage.
But for real, Rip Severin.
Yeah, he'll rejuvenate. But also, that was a mean thing to do. You could have just let him light it with his eyes, Camilla.
Okay.
He's not a grenade.
He is now. There you go.
Apparently.
All right, Branch. What do you want to do? You see the bandit stumble forward into the invisible wall that's there. The other fiend cultist, the explosion is just too much, and he gets ripped to shreds. He only had 1 hit point left, and the explosion killed him. But there is rubble collapsing down. Like the doorway where it was is gone. You can't get out that way. You guys are you and this bandit are trapped in here at this moment.
Oh.
But it's your turn.
But it's fine. It's your turn. So.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Oh, Lord.
This is going great.
I guess I'm going to unprone myself.
Okay.
Is the bandit deceiver also prone? Or
No,
did
he made his save, so he's standing.
Okay.
Jerk.
Can I make him prone?
I mean, if you want to run up and push him and shove him, knock him down, it's an action.
I don't know.
No. Prone is just half my movement, right?
Yes. So you can still move.
Stab him in the neck, Branch. Stab him in the
So
neck.
I will tell you right now, Branch. So this invisible wall that's there, like glass wall, it goes all the way to the ceiling. So nothing can pass through it. So if you wanted to be on the opposite side from him through it, like you guys could see each other, but you couldn't get to each other. You'd have to kind of it's like running around a table if you wanted to. If you want to try and avoid him in some way.
I think what I will do is I'll walk the long way around.
That's fair.
Okay.
and then I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
Cast. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, ignore that. I just meant to cast it, not.
Okay, well, I'll put a blue one on him. He is Hunter marked.
All right, and then I'm going to shoot him with my bow.
Okay.
That is 15.
15 does not hit him.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, I'm going to use my second attack to try again.
Okay.
Shoot.
That is an 18.
That will hit.
And that will be 8 damage plus the Hunter's Mark, which is 6, so 14 damage.
Okay. He is still alive.
Oh,
he has a lot more hit points than you.
Boy, boy.
Uh-oh.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. Nothing
Okay.
else.
Calamities, your turn.
I'm gonna peek out in the hallway. How was anything looking?
Well, so Severin, you see, like, he manages to wiggle himself out of the rubble, so he's alive.
Oh, okay.
He
I
didn't.
mean, that's pretty generous for a floating head.
I mean, he's dead, but he's alive. You know, kind of thing.
Not like dead.
So he's about here, but this entire section of the hallway is completely gone and collapsed. Like, there's bits of debris falling from the ceiling. Like, this place is so, like, structurally not so well anymore.
Oh my god, we're gonna sink this guy's mansion.
What do you mean gonna? Pretty sure we did.
Yeah.
We have a bigger job here, and it's the cultists. I don't give a shit about this guy's mansion.
We saved your gold bars.
Exactly. He didn't ask us to save his house. He asked us to save his fortune.
Yeah. Oh man, he's gonna be much more about the fine print next time. If there's the next time. His butler right now is sounding so accurate.
I shouldn't have fallen for the con.
Right,
So I can or cannot go out of the. Well, even if I went out in the hallway, I assume there's no way to get into the room through the rubble.
No, there is not. No, Taffy.
Yeah,
Yes, Taffy, do it. Get him, Taffy.
No, I have a sandwich on my desk, and Taffy's trying to go for it.
Hey, I'd go for it too. That sounds pretty good right now.
Literally, we brought you to the vet for food problems potentially, and
I do not know that there is much to be done.
Okay. Well,
I mean, we could loot the shrine.
Well, the shrine is here, but I don't want to loot the shrine.
I mean, you just had a god bless
Exactly
you guys and Camilla. Do you really want to test fate?
Precisely.
Literally the god of fate.
Okay, so well, I don't really have any way I can help Branch. Can I reach Severin?
Yeah, I mean, you can. Severin kind of is like, he's half buried in rubble, but he manages to kind of wiggle himself free. Like, you can get to him, no problem.
Okay. Bye. I'm gonna grab Severin.
Okay.
And bye.
Okay.
So this entire U is basically collapsed, right?
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
It's more like this. Like more like that. Like, this whole area is collapsing.
Maybe this guy should think twice about burying a shit ton of gas pipes underneath his house next time.
I mean, got a point.
Yeah. All right, Branch. Dagger time. 22. You're unconscious. He's not gonna kill you. He's looking
a bit
at
busy with other concerns.
Yeah. So okay, we're gonna be out of combat. He goes and creates this and disappears. Yeah, so we're out of combat. About Branch, make some death saving throws for me here. Make 3 specifically.
Oh, this went great.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
2. Ooh, it's a fail.
That's not a great start.
Okay.
That's a better start.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah!
Yay!
You actually regain 1 hit point and come to consciousness.
Yeah.
Right as you see the deceiver guy grab the other coin and walk through the portal, the passageway, and you watch as it closes behind him. And he runs out. So you're trapped in here for the moment. But you're alive. You're conscious. You're fine.
So
Oh, wait a
you're
minute.
saying
Okay,
I can't
outside of
misty step
combat,
to him again?
We're out of combat. Yes.
yeah, I'm just gonna turn to Camilla and be like, "All right, so the bandits blew up the gas trap. If anybody asks."
Yeah, what an insane stunt. Who would do that?
Yeah, actually crazy to block the room off behind them. That's nuts.
Okay, so about an hour or so goes by. Branch, if you want to take any potions or healing, you're just kind of twiddling your thumb, like.
I guess I'll start digging.
I'll take a potion just in case something happens.
Whenever we could start clearing rubble to try to get the
potion of
we'll
healing.
So, Branch, after an hour, you notice that the glass portal, like the glass wall things, disappear. So they are no longer blocking that. This guy was fucking rich, though. You look around the room and make a investigation check. I won't even have you roll. You just an hour is a long time. You estimate that he probably had anywhere between 100 and 150,000 gold worth of bars and other stuff here.
That checks
out. About 1/3 of his wealth is gone because that was all they were able to get.
Wow.
Maybe about a little less than half. So I'd say like 2/5 is probably more accurate.
Okay, so he still has like 90,000 gold.
Yes, he still has a lot of money.
All right, well, he can be mad at us later. That's a 90,000 gold we saved him.
Yes.
I mean, it's possible that we didn't save any of it.
Very true. So after about an hour, you guys are moving rubble, trying not to make the ceiling collapse in more. As you're moving some of the rubble, you start to see pieces of the building, like part of the wall from above and some of the floor tiles, and you're like,
this doesn't go here, guys.
I'm going to let Camilla do the talking anywhere the talking is required.
Okay. So after a while, after about that hour, you do hear commotion and you hear somebody, people like, is anybody in there? Is anybody out there? What's going on?
Yeah, I rub like ash and stuff all over me, and then I like throw some rocks over myself and act like I'm in the rubble.
Okay.
Like I was caught in the blast.
Well, you don't have to do that, thankfully.
We've been here for a while. We just pretend we got you up.
So you hear a voice muffled in and say, "Okay, we're working to get you out. We'll get you out." A couple more hours go by, and you watch as part of the rubble begins to melt almost and like shift, and you see finally an opening is big enough for you guys to crawl through. And there is there's a spellcaster there that's moving, like shifting the rock with magic. Trying to like mold stone is what he's casting, or something akin to that. And he's kind of moving it. But they do get you out for there. You guys say that, hey, Branch is trapped. They work their way to Branch. They get you guys out, and you do find in the waiting room here, I'm pointing to it, you find that both the merchant guy, so Whisperwind, and the wizard are both there. The wizard looks fucking pissed. Garzak, but also Whisperwind looks mad too. He's like, they're both like looking at the the four of you like, what the fuck? You destroyed my house. You destroyed my work, kind of thing.
All right, Camilla.
But they do ask what happened.
Your traps work.
What didn't happen?
True.
Wait. You
Your traps work. They just did too much damage to the wall.
your quote unquote traps for the burglars
No, we talked about the
only
mine.
worked on us.
Yeah, they set them off.
So they ask some
They
pointed
blew
questions,
up.
like how how did you get into the room, the treasure room? How did you find it? They haven't looked to find out that there's gold missing or anything like that. For one, and they go, well, if you guys were trapped, where are the thieves?
They had a portal.
And like, portal, what are you talking about?
Oh, I don't have to lie about this. Okay.
Yeah, I guess technically I was the only one who saw them.
That's not true. I saw them
saw
open the
one
portal,
get away.
Oh, you saw them get away.
I mean,
but
I'm assuming the dead bodies would still be there, right?
One of the bodies is still there. They haven't gone into that room. They just basically opened a hole big enough for you to wiggle through.
We did also kill some of them, like in the starting area of the space.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you guys want to go up to that body and search it and point out some stuff to them, you can.
Yeah, actually, is there a coin on it?
Oh my god.
There is, yes.
Okay, yeah, we just couldn't get back to it, Camilla. That's why, we were locked in here, so we couldn't get back to the body. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate by doing what they did with the statue. I don't know, mimicking the gesture, seeing if anything happens behind the statue towards the treasure room.
Nothing happens.
Okay. It's going to be like, well, they did that. And then it just tunneled through the wall.
So the wizard Garzak kind of looks at you suspiciously, and he holds out his hand and he goes, "May I see the coin?"
Absolutely.
Okay, he put the coin in his hand, and you guys have seen the spell cast enough. He's casting Identify on it. You watch as the coin begins to float up in the air for a brief moment, like it's his way of casting it. His eyes glow, and then they go back to normal, and he kind of shakes his head and he says, "They're not lying to you, Whisperwind." And he holds up the coin. And you guys can see this is a unique coin. It's very unique. It's not like a gold coin from the rest of the Empire. One side has some kind of demonic symbol. It's actually the symbol that was on the walls. The other side has a picture of what appears to be some kind of devil or demon like creature. But none of you recognize. Sorry, you wouldn't be able to roll a religion and see.
Yeah, that's fair.
You don't recognize it. But Garzak looks at the coin and he says, "Well, Whisperwind, they're not lying. These coins do several things, and they have several powerful spells attached to them too." He explains that the way the coins work is anyone that has been linked to attuned to it, which he says he's not sure how that works. It's not like a normal attunement. There is some kind of ritual or some other facet that needs to be done to attune to it. But anyone that has a possession of a coin within 1,000 feet of the symbol, or like the mark on the wall, gains the ability to cast Pass Wall, Featherfall, Pass Without Trace, Darkness, Silent Image, and Spider Climb, pretty much at will. It also allows the user to see in magical darkness when created by the coin.
So they all do that. Okay.
Yes. So that's how they were doing those things. They were just basically going about.
I figured most of it was tied to some shit they had, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. He does say there are some flaws. There's some kind of personality flaw that gets attributed to the person too, but he says, I don't know, that doesn't seem to make sense. It would probably be something that corrupts the soul.
So I'm just gonna get this straight. You wanted us to guard your money, but refused to show us where all the money was to guard. And
Also,
we're now surprised that all
no
that money is.
countermeasures in place for pass wall.
So you all are aware, Pass Wall is a 5th level spell. The amount of people that can cast Pass Wall easily in the Empire is less than 1,000. Very few. In a nation that has, 400 million people. So this level of magic is unheard of. It's not something they would prepare against.
Hell, I mean, who the fuck else is gonna try to rob this man?
I mean,
All I'm saying is, if we had known that what you really wanted to guard was just in this room, we could have just stayed in this room.
Yeah.
Very true, Branch.
100% true.
Very true.
I
They
almost died for your
booked
stupid
it.
fortune.
They booked it for this room.
And they blew up your
knew.
house.
Well,
Heavy emphasis on
Yeah,
they.
I'm not
blew up
even
your
sure.
house.
I'm not even sure how they
Well,
blew up their house.
obviously.
I was watching them, and all of a sudden the house blew up.
Yeah.
That's not why.
So Whisperwind is in Garzak kind of look to each other and says, Whisperwind says, Garzak made me swear not to tell anybody where that was. He says, I usually keep my valuables, my gold and such in various exchanges, like money exchanges or banks. He says, but with all of these robberies, the vaults and the exchanges have been hit as well. And so I've transferred about half of my wealth here for it. And the rest is from elsewhere.
Yeah, he's fine.
That's not including you guys. That's not even including his magical items that he has in the other rooms.
Yeah, exactly. Like he lost a tenth of his
You did a
material
great job.
money. He's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, this guy is wealth. He's
Yeah,
very
he
wealthy.
only lost 150,000 gold.
Exactly. When you have 1.5 million gold,
Yeah.
he'll be fine.
And to think he's not even a high lord or like one of the barons.
He'll be okay.
Like the barons are like, hey, I want this. Cool, it's mine. Like
Brad probably stuffed his
that
pockets full of
he
gold in there.
only had half his fortune at risk for this, and didn't even properly tell us where to guard. Also puts Calamities in a bad mood.
Well, I mean, he is like he appreciates what you guys have done. Like he knows there's gonna have to go through more of the rubble. He said if you guys could protect, you guys would have a contact. And he says that now, like Garzak tells you that like Whisperwind says like, hey, I will. You guys have done your duty, like done really well, all things considered. Even Garzak is vouching for that.
Anybody else has gotten out of this, so that makes sense.
And Garzak is like, this is the first time we've been able to get one of the coins or see one of the coins. We've never, like, people have been doing this for months, and we haven't figured out how they've been doing it. Now we know how, so now we can protect against it.
Good.
So, like, one thing, actually, all of you go ahead and make an Arcana check. If you have proficiency in Arcana, I will give you advantage on this roll.
Oh, okay. Well, then let me roll again. Flat.
11.
Branch got a 4.
For 24.
Okay, so Camilla, Camilla, you got a 18?
Yeah, that was my highest one.
Okay. So both Camilla and definitely Calamities, you both notice as Garzak is talking about these things, you notice that he is talking about high-level magic as if he's familiar with it. You kind of do a reassessment of him, and you think he's probably one of the more powerful magic users in the Empire.
I mean, I
say
believe
Calamities.
based on all this.
Well, Calamities, roll a insight check. I'm going to give you advantage because you rolled a natural 20.
That's a 26.
Holy fuck. Okay. Something strikes you and you realize this, and it kind of sends a shiver down your spine for a moment. Orcs live 70-ish years, give or take. You look in Garzak's eyes and realize He's much older. Much older. You're sure that he is probably 300 years old would be your first guess, and you're not sure that's right.
Jesus.
He's definitely orc, though. He is an orc.
And this guy couldn't go this place against the S4. I'm just saying.
The other thing too is you guys. One other thing. So all of you, I should know. I told you before.
Crazy. Good lord.
Well, you also should know one thing. So Garzak, like he's wearing mage robes and stuff, but he does have an emblem on, like kind of wears a badge. And you guys have seen this company before. It's the Red Hill Shipping Company. It was you guys saw it in Kiev where you guys started the adventure.
Yeah, that sounds really vaguely familiar.
It does. So Branch and Palamides, you both are aware that the shipping company ships all over the Empire. They're one of the biggest ones. But there are 3 people that head the company. You've never met any of them. But Palamides right now, hearing this all, you're like, oh, great. This guy's probably runs the company too. So neither of them are hurting for money.
Yeah, okay, they're fine. I don't feel bad about it.
Magical Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Motherfucker runs the Dutch East Indies Company. Okay, yeah, that's fun. Well, at least we have leads.
You do. So they will tell you this much.
Like, now that we're here, like, how many got away?
Well, I mean, you'd be able to tell how many bodies there were. So 4 bodies remain, so at least one of them got away.
Okay. But like Branch was there to watch him go, so I was just gonna ask Branch. Like,
I'm
with
sorry.
The rest of them, how many are left?
Oh no, yeah, I was able to get 2 of the 3 in the room, and then the last dude knocked me out.
That's a good effort, buddy. That's a good effort.
And I woke up. I willed myself to wake up, and as soon as I woke up, he had just left.
So the Garzak hands back the coin that he took, and he says, "Well, we have looking around the bodies. They come. There's a bunch of other people walking around, servants and civil guard people are there too. You know, it's a big commotion. I mean, it's literally like 5 o'clock in the morning at this point, or maybe 6. The sun's up, and people are like, "Hey, holy shit! This guy's house is smoking, and there's a hole in his house."
Yeah, don't do it.
But Garzak gives you back the coin, and he says, because one of the civil guards said they'd managed to find one other coin, and they gave that to Garzak. So he has one that he's going to study, and then he gives you one for your own investigation. Garzak says, I must look into this matter on my own. But if you have any questions, speak to Whisperwind, and he can point you in my direction, and then he leaves. Whisperwind is still kind of annoyed that you blew up part of his house, or that part of his house got blown up. Not by you, by the bandit. That he lost money. He's like any rich person; he doesn't want to lose money.
Yeah,
he lost money.
Could have been a lot worse. Maybe you should probably look on the bright side.
Which he knows, but he does say, I gave you my word that I would, get you in contact with somebody. There is somebody else, another merchant, that's a little bit more of a lord of the town than I am, and he might have some more information. But why don't you go get some rest and then come back? And he goes, come back tomorrow. And then he kind of looks back at the building and he says, how about I just come and meet you at the inn?
Yeah, we have a suite if you wanna meet us upstairs. Or we can come meet you downstairs, whatever you want.
No, he says he'll come meet you upstairs. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You do, I will say this much as a final closing moment because we're going to end here. You do see the butler kind of huffing and puffing and yelling obscenities to people, and he spots you guys on occasion. And one of the other servants has to kind of hold him back from him blowing up about how bad you guys are and look what you did to his house, to his master's house. he did not listen to any of the story. He just thinks it's you guys, whether or not it's true.
Yeah. His brother's an asshole anyways. He can think what he wants.
Yeah. All right. So you guys get to return to the Gilded Stag, get some rest.
Oh boy.
And we'll pick up there next time.